you know, those type of things. All right, so I'm gonna just take a guess and think that it started because we're trying to get our timing better. Welcome to episode 4 of Earn and Rep. Um, yeah, so basically, you already know us. I'm Braden,
Adrian?
Seth.
and yeah, this is our little podcast we got. Through doing a little bit of research and just watching our podcast back, we can see a couple things, like with the topics that we bring in and everything. We kind of like honed in on what type of podcast I think that this is going to be. More of sports, more of gaming based thing, but we're always like open to other topics. But that's like I think like the blueprint of what the core of our stream is going to be, or our podcast at least. And so yeah, we actually have a guest this episode. He's my duo from Fortnite. Good friends with the co-hosts that we have here. It's actually going to be a really good episode, I think. And he should be joining any time here soon. You know what I mean? It's a magical thing. This online stuff that we got.
Hey, technology is crazy, man.
Yes, yes it is. But how was your guys' week? Thanksgiving and everything great?
Pretty decent.
Hey, I'm alive and I'm healthy. I can't complain much.
There's the legend himself.
Howdy, boys.
Howdy. All right, so we
Welcome,
haven't
bud.
really said anything about you, but this is I just said it was my Fortnite duo. So I'll let you introduce yourself real quick.
I'm his Fortnite duo, legendary one and only carry, controller god, aimbot specialist, Jake Bauer.
Oh my God, what an intro! That's better than I could
Hey.
have done it.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
I like it. The confidence.
Hey, that's what you need in a game like that. But speaking of Fortnite, one of the events just happened, probably the biggest so far, except for I would argue Black Hole. I think Black Hole was bigger of an impact, but
100%.
technically, size wise, it was the biggest event. Numbers wise, it was the biggest event, and what we're talking about is the Galactus event. How did you guys feel about it? We had who was there for it? It was me, Jake, and Adrian. I'm pretty sure, right? We were all
Yeah,
live.
yeah, it was us
We all
three.
witnessed it.
I was on stream because I was traveling. I mean,
Yes, true.
but I will comment on it and say that there was a lot more that we were able to do with the event. Like, because usually you can just only watch, but they
Yeah.
had everybody be able to like shoot. You can see yourself in first person. I thought that was pretty cool. Taking the whole Fortnite look into a different aspect of the game. It was pretty cool. I don't know how smooth
Yeah.
it ran or whatever, but I did see like the bigger streamers that I was in their stream watching. That it ran pretty smooth for how big it was and how many people were in it at one
It was
time.
different. Yeah, it was a whole different type
It was
of
definitely
thing.
different.
What do you think, Jake?
I was disappointed. I don't think like it was bad, but just the amount of hype that went into it for what we got. I mean, 5 minutes of nothing, like no big
Nothing.
cinematic really.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's what I was gonna say too about disappointment.
Yeah.
I thought, because as soon as we got into the little arcade mode, when you're like doing like the transversing in the bus basically, and you could shoot all the cool things. I mean, I knew instantly, like, I don't think it matters what I do. I could not do anything and just look at the screen. You couldn't even really move the bus. All you were doing was shooting, and to me, it was just such a joke. It was I don't know, it was really disappointing. That's the best word I could think of for it.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
What about you, Adrian? What do you think?
It wasn't bad. It was my first event in quite some time.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
but I mean, for coming back and that being the event that I come back on, I mean, it was pretty big. There was a lot of like, I guess I mean, I can't really judge it for that event. I haven't seen that many.
Yeah,
But some shit went down. And I do like it was interactive. I mean, like you said, you couldn't really do much.
it was.
But they tried to give you a little bit more control of what you're doing, what you're seeing, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know, it wasn't bad. I have a love hate relationship with Fortnite, as you all know. So yeah, I mean, it was alright. Yeah,
I
enjoyed it.
I
Very
think
fun.
up until Galactus actually got onto the map and just grab the orb out of authority. To me, I feel like they could have done that a little bit better. Like, I don't know how Galactus instantly knew where the life of everything was. Like, they didn't really explain that unless unless I just don't know um what Galactus knew or something, but it's like he just instantly did it. We got jumped right into this event like without anything
Any
happening.
backstory?
Yeah, any
Mhm.
type of backstory. And I don't know. Then Tony Stark came and said he created 1 billion of these battle busts, and we need to have him vacuum him. I don't know. It was really corny to me, but up
It
until
was.
up until we turned into like the first person mode esque bus arcade situation, like before that, I thought it was so cool. Him like actually standing up and showing the proper size that they actually put on that dude. Like it was crazy. You
Yeah,
had no idea what was gonna happen.
I didn't think he was gonna be that massive. I thought he was gonna
Yeah.
be like standing on the map, but no, this motherfucker was in outer space, just sucking up all the
Yeah.
orb energy. I'm
As
like,
if
damn.
like yeah, like Galaxy was
Yeah.
like a table in his like house or something,
Yeah,
you know? Like
but he did say he had like some power, and he could harness the power of the orb.
yeah.
So maybe the power was like drawing him to where the orb was, kind of
Yeah, because
in
the
perspective.
devourer of the worlds, I think that's how he eats is by eating worlds, right?
Mm,
Yeah,
Yep.
I
Yep.
wish they would have let that motherfucker suck that world up and gave us an old map back. I would.
Something would
That's
have
what
happened.
that's why I was disappointed, because we had to wait 7 hours for 2 new places,
11.
3 new places.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's like 11. Yeah, there's
yeah,
definitely.
but but they could have just been like, yeah, here's the old map back, and everybody would have been 10 times more happy. Now, some of the maps
See,
that they or some of the
You
places that
know,
they did
like,
that in are nice, but the old maps and like the nostalgia of the maps, it would have brought like the people who stopped playing back. I
on the
guarantee you.
short end of the stick, I think you're right. But the reason why I needed Jake in this topic, like when we're talking about Fortnite, is he just knows like this shit. Like it at least like because we don't know. At the end of the day, they bring back the old map. We're talking season 1 or season 0 old map. It would be very cool for a couple
Mhm.
hours. For a couple
Yep.
Yeah,
hours, it would be really cool. But even this was a smaller change per se, but I think it was big enough that we'll be able to deal with it this season, and stuff. I think it would have been cool to get on a new map, but it would have brought a world more problems and
Mhm.
stuff. They did the
yeah.
safer route, like in my opinion.
Mhm.
But Jake was gonna say something too, so I want to hear what you
Yeah,
think.
bringing back the old map is like a band-aid fix. It doesn't solve any of the problems anyone actually has with this game.
Yeah,
And that's like people that don't play the game are so uncompetitive because the skill ceiling is so high, and people that play competitively, like a map doesn't change any of the issues that
yeah,
competitive players have with this
yeah. It
game.
just brings more bugs
Yeah,
and everything. Like,
exactly. Yeah, because the last map was built on a whole different engine.
yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree. It would have been really troublesome for them to even recreate that map on the new engine and everything. It I don't know, it would have played different still. And like he just said with the skill gap, like all that's doing is changing like the exterior visual. If you can like imagine, like it's just changing where you are on a map. Like the game
Right.
itself is still the issue for people that aren't playing competitive, you
So
know.
let me ask you, Jakes, because you know a lot about Fortnite. Um, I also haven't played in a hot minute, but the update makes me want to play more. Is there skill based matchmaking? Like if I go in by myself, is there skill based because of the gap
I
difference?
I honestly don't think there is skill based anymore in pubs. That
I
was a
yeah.
big issue a couple seasons ago, but just like based on the pubs I've played, I don't play that many of them, but
Yeah.
it does not feel like there's any skill based.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I'm used to comparing myself in competitive lobbies to like low tier pros, so I don't really know what the public player base really looks like. But just to me, it doesn't feel like there's any amount of like real skill based.
Yeah.
Right, because I mean we were when we played pubs to start off the new map, we were smacking everybody. We would occasionally run into the the two two or three good teams, but we were smacking everybody. Like there's no way
Yeah.
Adrian's running around and not building. He has maxed out mass everywhere, and there's no way he's making it through in a skill based matchmaking. So
Hey,
I don't
listen,
know.
listen. Don't knock me. Don't knock me. Listen, me and Brandon were playing some box fights. I wasn't building shit, and I did pretty well.
Yo,
I held
we were playing today to shortly go on that. I'm telling you, we were playing 2v2 box fights, me and Adrian versus just scrubs that get in that fill, and we faced like a decent team. We had to change our game plan, and he started spraying at his dude. I got to do my 1v1, and it just started working out. There was one round he had 410 damage to carry us for a round win.
And no kills.
Adrian?
No
No,
builds.
no,
No,
I
he
got-
killed both. I got
both
knocked.
kills that round.
Hey, I got knocked. He had to turn up. He got 410 damage, and no builds were placed. He was like, I was telling him he's playing a harder game than we are technically. Like,
Much harder.
yeah. So like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I'll give him his credit. Still ass, but I mean, it's cool. You know.
Hey, I didn't say. Listen, I didn't say I was good. I said I held my own.
Let's go. That's
For-
all you could do. You know.
For anybody watching this or watching it in the future, Adrian has easily spent over $1,000 on Fortnite, and it's a free game, and he just
That's
dropped it off.
That's
I
cap.
have not a thousand.
I don't think that's that.
I'll give you maybe 300 or 400 tops.
Adrian has
On a
not
free
spent
game.
$1,000 on this game.
There's no way I've spent $1,000. I
But he
promise.
had
That's a lot of money.
every battle pass, he had every skin, every dance, every fucking pickaxe.
No, he hasn't. There's probably
Oh,
a
I
pocket
have,
of like 6 seasons that he didn't buy a battle pass.
Yeah, the last time I played
I don't
this
think
game
I'm wrong with that.
was
Season-
chapter 1, like season 7.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's like almost 2 years.
Is it?
It's been a minute.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's a long time.
The meta changed the build, and I couldn't keep up, and so I was like, "Fuck it!" I was like, "Fuck this game," so I stopped playing it.
Yeah. I mean, we've been on this map
Yeah.
for over a year now.
Oh, guys. Whoa. This is actually crazy. So, Ralph just gifted a sub in chat, and it just unlocked the ability to have 2 emotes. That's crazy.
Oh, it's
Yeah, Ralph
Nice.
deserves an emote. So I'm actually gonna text my editor, Ralph. I'm gonna text him, and he's gonna make you a emote. That's crazy.
Can we like
from
take a
Black
second to
Forest.
notice who he gifted us up to?
Oh no, wait, is that the Sam I know?
That is the Sam.
Wow. So in the past month, he's gifted you and Sam a sub. That's crazy. Appreciate everybody in the stream too. For people that are watching this on YouTube, we stream on Twitch every week, like before we upload. So you know, if you like the content, you know, you could actually watch it live before it happens. But yeah, so I'm not ignoring you, Ralph, by the way. It's just like I don't like being rude to people like while we're live, man.
Hey, listen, you can just name drop. We already know it's me.
No, it's not for once. No,
Probably.
he's mad that Jake's on the podcast before he is.
Oh,
Ralph, man, you got to grab that webcam off of a computer, and you will be our next guest, 100%. Oh, that will be a banger episode too. But let's get back to Fortnite though. So I'm gonna ask you a couple things, Jake, on just like a little bit more of the comp scene of it.
Yeah.
Because we briefly went over, you know, a couple of the, you know, we didn't really go over any of the changes except for the map, but so things that matter to me, right? That I want your opinion on would definitely be, obviously, you know, with the shotguns, like what's
Mhm.
gonna change in the end game. Because what I remember, you played a lot more than me in the meta of the charges, but I
Mhm.
remember people would literally drop like some of the like good loot that they had for the specific like charge that was in endgame, and just like peak corners for like somebody to edit out, and like even before they start moving, they're just dropping so much damage with this crazy fake shotgun that they created. But yeah, so what do you think's gonna happen to the end game with shotguns? That's my
Endgame with
question.
shotguns. Well, since more than likely it's gonna be like a team game mode this season, I think it's gonna feel a lot like Duo World Cup with the combat. It's gonna be a lot of people like holding and just fully charged charges doing 100 damage from 4 or 5 tiles away.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel a lot like that.
Kind of like with. Are you talking about like with like a third party or something?
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna unload damage.
It's
from
just gonna
those?
get people getting railed while they're rotating from people they never saw.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Combat used to be crazy in the World Cup days.
Yeah,
You'd just
and the
be able to
damage with
unload
the
with it.
charge is stronger than the combat was at range, fully charged. Much stronger
At range, really.
at range, yeah.
So like, if
Yep.
I have a purple combat and you're like five tiles away, what do you think you would be able to hit? Like, this is like I'm talking all pellets.
50, 60, 70.
Yeah, because that's a
Yeah.
long amount of like
It is.
area. In endgame,
That's a
when you only have like 30 health rotating.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's gonna be a lot of free kills from that.
Mhm.
It's gonna feel a lot like World Cup, I think.
Wow, yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely
I
an
really don't
interesting-
like it.
interesting meta change. But I mean, how do you guys feel about the POIs though? Because Seth said about like three things changing. Like there was definitely a multiple different changes like map wise, but
Mhm.
in the sense of like hunters and salty tilted, you know, those type of things. Like you guys like the new POIs?
Yeah, I do for sure. Even though I was complaining about like not a whole new map change, I'm stuck in season 3. That was in my opinion that was my most favorite season. You know, other than season 10 of chapter 1. I really
Yeah.
fucked with how they put on like the whole airways and everything. But season 3 was definitely my favorite, and that was before the whole meta change of building.
Season
But yeah,
3,
I
chapter
definitely
1, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
But I
time to
do
play
think
That's
for it.
way back.
yeah, I do think Salty is my favorite. Salty Tilted.
Kind of hard not to be though. You combine salty. I mean, I don't know about. Salty was home front for a long time. I don't.
What's
Mhm.
the other one? The jungle. I really like the jungle too. I think that place is kind of
Stealth?
underrated. Maybe
Stealth
because I just
Stronghold.
yeah,
The Stronghold, yeah.
stronghold, stealth stronghold. Yeah, that place is really cool. It's just like my lack of experience of landing there yet. Like it's kind of just random to me. Like wherever I'm closest to, I'll try to drop. Like the little
Mhm.
middle area is probably the best, but there's like 3 houses on like the north side of it that are actually pretty neat.
There's a lot of loot on the outside. A couple random chests, a lot of floor spawns,
Yeah, see,
and
I
a
don't.
lot of fishing holes.
Yeah, the fishing holes is what's ridiculous. That's gonna be such a good spot, comp wise, and
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
boxed off. It's like people would have to make it a thing to build to the top or like to come in. It's actually gonna be a really cool spot. I think that's one of my favorites. Hunter without music would be one of my favorites, but
Yeah, Hunter without music would be nice.
kind of weird. Hop rocks or like it's not hop rocks, but it's like a dash rock. Type thing. I
0
think
point.
that 0 point. That's what it is with the fish too. I think it's
Mhm.
overall like a pretty good season, except for the shotgun thing. You got to leave
Yeah.
it up to Epic to always fuck up one thing. Like
That-
they
Yeah.
have to do it. I'm telling you. Like
That's what I was saying when you and I were playing duos for a little bit yesterday, Braden. You would think that they would have learned their lesson from removing them in chapter 1, season 10.
yeah,
When they just put in the combat and everybody hated the combat, but the combat was really good.
it just didn't have damage.
I liked it.
People
Yeah,
came
but
around to the combat.
yeah,
I think
yeah,
people
and
did.
they ended up taking the combat out and bringing the pumps back.
The combat was just always a better tack. It had a shorter spread and stuff. It just was like
Yeah.
More
It was
shots,
better.
faster.
I was about
Yeah.
to say the 10 shots was definitely a big thing, and the fire rate was pretty nice too.
Yeah, fire rate and stuff. It's just awesome. It's just like when they came back with the combat, it was like like if you dip like a hot dog in water. It was just terrible. It was so nerfed. It was just really bad.
A water gun.
I would
Pichu.
rather use a
was-
gray pistol.
I was gonna bring up the dash rocks. It did give a season 3 vibe when they dropped the purple moon rocks.
Mm-hmm.
In
the hop
Dusty
rocks.
Divot. Yep.
The
the
divot.
Dusty
Was that
Divot.
season 3? Divot?
Yes,
That might
sir.
have been later.
That's- No, it was
It was either
I'm
3 or
pretty
4.
Sure,
It was early.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was season 3 because that's when they added rifts after Dusty Divot came and rifts came in.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
people that don't also know, like us four, basically like out of the Fortnite players, it's kind of split with like the bottom is like the Fortnite players, and the two top with Adrian and Seth are more of like Call of Duty and like Madden type of players. But
definitely.
so like the like I don't know, it's a good can't think of the word,
Point of
but
view.
yeah, there's a bunch of different perspectives for this game,
Yeah.
which I think are pretty neat. Because like I don't know, there's like there's always a competitive thing versus me and Jake, and like every game that can make it like less boring, I guess. That we're always just trying to like one up one of each other. But even with Adrian and Seth, you could see it kind of. It's just like I know Seth wants to be better. Like deep down, he wants to be better than Adrian, and honestly, he is. I'm not gonna lie. He's a little bit better, but it's because Adrian just
He
won't
builds.
build. It's
Yep.
so funny. It's so funny how
He
if we play
refuses.
CDL and he's just gets really like hard on Seth about, oh, I just want to make you get better. Like if I try to do that to him in this game, it's a completely different thing. It's
What do you mean?
it's he won't do it because he doesn't want to be a sweat. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
sweat to have fun. Like
I
all I'm
can't
trying to
build. I've
explain,
tried.
I'm just trying to explain, all you doing is pressing B and R2, my friend. You just press R2, try to
Right, if I'm-
spam, box
if
I
I'm
mean,
yourself
you just
in.
got him on Builder Pro.
If I'm getting shot at, yeah, I'll throw up a bit. I'll throw up a wall, but
And
I
then get
can't build
laser.
a tower. I can't build a tower. I
You
can't
don't gotta
fucking
build a
edit the
tower.
shit.
You know?
Like everyone's so quick with the edits. I'm like tap tap tap. Like I can't fucking do it.
Brandon,
it's
Brandon, I guarantee you he doesn't play on Builder Pro.
he just
He-
switched. He
I just switched. I just
yesterday.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. This cat was pressing try 3 times for the longest time.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my god,
No,
that's
those
those
things
things suck.
are tough. I remember Combat Pro because that's like when I played. I only played Builder Pro for like a month or two, like before I switched to keyboard.
I'm on Builder Pro.
Yeah,
It's nice.
I don't got a wire no more. We gone with it. It's crazy.
Dude, I wanna upgrade my mouse, but I'm definitely getting a bigger mouse pad.
You gotta
before
try
I start
mine. You
anything.
gotta try the G502. I think it is a phenomenal mouse, and it's the same sensor as this, so it technically is like the same mouse. It's just a like I don't know. If you like wireless, definitely get this mouse.
I need to not leave the fat mouse pad you got at your house. Every time you say, "Here, borrow this for tonight and try it," I'm like, "All right, bet." We'll get to talking, and I leave it on your
Yeah.
chair. I go home. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, I know Jake knows that mouse pad. That's my
Mhm.
Corsair far one. Like that thing was good. Got me through a lot. I think I won that PlayStation money on it too. So that one's good.
60 FPS.
I'm trying to
Input
think if
delay.
yeah, packet loss. That was a heck of one. But I'm trying to think if there's anything more comp wise, because I really only asked you the shotgun thing. Because crash pads are out. I mean, that's huge.
Crash pads are out.
That's
thank
huge.
God.
That's so good. That's so good
It
for
is.
us too. I don't know. I feel like that was the biggest issue with the game was crash pads. I would love this season 2 with regular pumps, but I would take anything as a sacrifice for bringing vaulting crash pads.
They have made some adjustments already. Like, if you play in arena games, you're gonna find significantly more tax than you are combat. Or
Yeah,
charges.
yeah. One of the quickest type of hot fixes I feel like they've done in
Yeah, it was
ever.
same day.
Yeah. So that was neat. Hopefully they're keeping a better eye on the community because
On
at the
Call
end
of
of the
Duty.
day, Fortnite, all they got is comp. Like they got like their pub players, but like let's give this game 4 months. That's such on the high end too, but it's like that craze for pubs like dies down through like the middle end of like the season, and it's just all
Yep.
arena and stuff, and then hopefully like the events can carry it on for whatever happens. Not events, but I'm talking like competitive events, like hype nights and stuff.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Fortnite got a good little season ahead of them, and though I was disappointed by being on the same map, I'm not like mad about it or anything. I love the changes on the map. I think the dashes and stuff literally are so cool because like if you're in the middle of the map, like it's almost impossible to tag up somebody that has that dash
Ooh.
thing.
Mhm.
It's like it's free rotates, but it's only 20 seconds or something like that. It's not long.
Also, the whole quicksand thing turning into a sand bowl, I think that's pretty dope too.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I like that mechanic. It's good for rotating through the sand.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? I heard you. Yep. Good night. Love you.
Shout out Tina. Quick
But so
appearance.
yeah, I don't know. I think that is a good part of it. But
It's just nice because you can move a lot quicker if you're trying to go through the sand.
yeah, yeah.
Plus you can avoid a lot of fire too by that.
You've played a
Sure,
decent amount
Yeah.
of the arena too, Jake. If you are like doing that mobility through the sand, can you get shot out?
I think you can, but it's
I don't know
Damage.
if it. I
difficult.
don't. Yeah, I don't know
It's
if it
similar to
shoots
like
you
getting shot in a car.
So will it hit though?
It'll
Yeah,
hit.
you can just
Yeah,
hit.
I don't think you can get taken out of the sand by
Okay.
getting shot.
Like it doesn't like
Maybe
just
if you
jump
got like
up.
harpooned, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
yeah,
Okay.
I would imagine.
Yeah,
that probably
I
would.
didn't know if like you just got tagged up if it would just like jump you out because
No, I
that'd be
believe you can take
something.
damage in the sand.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
into when we were playing arena yesterday, or last night. I got into a fight with some dude in the sand. I tagged him twice, and then he popped out like after but both shots hit while he was in the sand, and then he popped out. So
Yeah, me and Adrian were hard body grinding placements last night. We were struggling.
How
I
many
think
points
the
you at?
not a
Not
lot.
enough.
This was during the time that you and Josh were dropping like 20, 30 bombs.
24 kill win.
Yeah, I got like our highest was 4 kills, and it was when I killed you guys in Storm. So, felt like
Oh,
me
you
and
guys
you against
faced them.
Tifu.
yeah,
Dude,
we got in the same game.
Josh and Jake were playing arena duos, and me and Adrian were too. And just somehow at the same time we got through the same game, and me and Adrian were on the bus still when I saw Hermione popping off against people. So I undeafened in Discord. I was like, "Where are you guys?" They're like they're at like Stronghold or something, and so we landed Misty, and I got enough loot I needed, sprinted all the way to the edge of the first zone of where they would be able to come out, and their bitch ass coming out a salty taxi. Like they're just like they're riding down the street in a taxi, and I didn't think it was them because I got a hit marker and they didn't hop out. But yeah, it was a fun fight. It was silly that
Yeah.
it was just the funniest thing was that they were in the taxi.
It,
to
it,
me.
was kind of funny
Yeah, we
too.
just kept going.
Yeah.
I died right before it, and fucking Braden, like I'm watching him like run towards that way, and he sees the taxi. He says, "How much you gonna bet this is them?" He hits a headshot. You guys kept going. He said they kept going. It's not them. Sure enough.
I was like, they didn't hop out. It's not them.
Oh,
Yeah, we were looking
Braden,
just for you. So
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to bring up, the gold vendor. I think that's pretty dope. And I did want to say
Oh
that
yeah.
you brought up a good point with what did you say? Something about adding something into the gold vendor, buying a teammate back or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. But you would need probably 2,000 gold or something like that.
Nah. That's too
Astronomical
much.
number.
Yeah, no,
that's a
I
lot.
do think it would be a really neat idea. That is something I brought up. Was yeah, putting in like after the time card dies out, like buying a teammate. Like if you put it at like 400 gold or 300 gold or something like that, I feel like that is still a shit ton of gold if you can't
Yeah.
drop between teammates, which I think they might fix. I don't know what you think, Jake, but I think they'll fix dropping gold for teammates because sometimes you need to do that to even be able to buy anything.
Yeah, I imagine that's something they'll add. They
Because
should.
like you don't get
I mean, you can
gold
drop
like
everything
for
else.
shit except for bounties, really. Like you could do those challenges, but some are like there was one. I think we were at Misty or no, we were me and Adrian landed Weather, and we went all the way down to like the little back, not the back island, but where
Cape
all those.
Cod?
Not Cape Cod, but the other one that like where the 2 zip lines are, and there's like a boat in the middle. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right under ice cream. That area. We were there, and there's a person, a merchant over there, and his challenge was to go to Lighthouse. It was to visit Lighthouse. You know what I mean? And we got it would be 40 gold or 30 gold
To go corner to corner.
to corner. You know what I mean? Like like so they do need to tweak some of the quests and stuff, but I don't know. I think it's a very neat idea though.
Yeah,
I think
there's
bounties
a
are cool.
there's a ton of these new like NPCs. Like there's like 40 of them across the map.
There's
They're
unreal
not just
amount.
at POIs, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And there's
there's
multiple at some POIs.
yeah, definitely, yeah, because that area I'm talking about, that house that's right under ice cream, that has a spot, and then if you take the zip line, and go across the way to like more of like the corner of the map, there's another person right there, and like you would
Mhm.
never think one would be even down there, but there's two.
Yeah.
So it's
I
weird.
also think it's cool they added the safes where you can get gold too. I've had a
Yes,
few of those. You get
that's the
100 gold
best
out of
thing
it.
for gold. Honestly, you can open this tiny
100%.
safe, and it got like 100 gold in it.
Really? I haven't seen
Yeah.
those. Where?
Like
Yeah.
so yeah, like it's hard to really like call it out, but just like if you're pickaxing a toilet, or like the ammo would be on those metal little, you know what I'm
Shelves.
talking about, like the shelves.
Yeah.
Right next to like those metal shelves, sometimes there's a like a safe. It literally looks like a safe that you would turn and stuff, and then
Yes.
you yeah.
Sometimes it makes
Plus-
a chest noise, but
Does it?
sometimes sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. I have the visual like sound on where it says like there's a chest in front of you where I could see
Yeah.
footsteps on the screen. Um, and I was pickaxing something and I was like, I already got the chest. Like I don't hear a noise.
Hmm.
And I'm running. I look to the side by the desk and there's a thing right there. So
Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, I definitely have opened up. I think I opened up one, and it had 100 gold in it, which is a lot.
yeah,
That's a lot of
yeah.
gold to just
Yeah,
pick
that is
up.
a lot of gold.
So
Because then with like one bounty, a challenge, maybe a couple kills, you can upgrade to max level like tack or something.
yeah, literally, like yeah. So, I mean that's why I even brought up to you day one, which really this season only happened like 2 days ago. But like so like
Yeah.
yesterday, I told you Jake that like there's gonna be like part of like this is gonna be a big part of the meta. I think like even if they don't make any changes to it, people will find out ways to get a shit ton of gold and just do things. Like even the bounty today, me and Adrian played only one arena duo game, and we had two different bounties on us because it doesn't count for teams. I guess it's more specifically one person. So 2
Mhm.
different teams caught a bounty on me and Adrian. So it was just like
Really?
yeah, it was like a
That's
huge
sweet.
list of like just
interesting.
people trying to gun us down. But
Do you guys think they're gonna get any backlash for having bounties? Not I'm saying that they copy Call
they're
of Duty,
so
but do you think they're
big.
gonna get
Nah,
no?
I don't think so. They're such a big game that they are allowed to steal. Like I'm talking if they literally did the same exact thing, with anything, any type of game, doing the reboots like Apex and stuff.
Apex,
They are big
yeah.
enough to be like we are battle royale. We can do what we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right,
Which
right.
there's nothing wrong with that either. I think
No.
it's like
I
having a
mean-
monopoly. Like why would
Yeah.
iPhone get mad that like like you know what I mean, like the processor is better on a like the
Yeah.
Snapdragon. I know Seth knows his
Yeah.
stuff about phones.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
they
like
fucking well, if you want to talk about phones real quick for like 1 second, uh when 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 Apple dropped the A12 Bionic chip, and then Samsung came back with the fucking Snapdragon, that was
Yeah.
legendary. And then on top of that, then iPhone now has the A14 Bionic chip, and it's just it goes crazy. I'm so happy with the way that technology is going, and not just in phones. Because I did see something the other day about like, if technology advances at the rate it advances right now, um, the first person to live to 200 years old is already alive today, and I think that's the coolest shit ever. Like, I don't know anybody that wants to live 200 years because you're not going to be able to do shit. You're going to be a fucking vegetable. But
yeah.
I mean, I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
cool. But we,
That's a cool thing. I mean, I'm good off of Fortnite if we did go into something else. But I think there's definitely people that would want to live to 200. I'm
I mean, I
not
would.
one of them.
I would.
I'm
I
not one
definitely
of
would.
them, but I think there probably is some things that I don't know. That is so
Depends on
old.
like quality of life.
The quality of life
Yeah.
is what's the most important thing, I feel
Yeah.
like. Because
Yeah,
if
but
you
you-
are
I'm 100.
like, can you still travel at 140?
100%.
I
You would
don't
have.
think
You
you
can't fly.
can.
You can't. You can't fly. You can't take train.
Yeah, so there's
Anything
only
that's
so
rough.
many places that you can go through, like
So
from a car.
you. I mean, you would have to stay in the U.S.
Yeah, but you
But I
probably
mean,
have already seen everything at year 160.
I mean that's not true because 75% of people. It was 59, but 75% of people that don't leave, their hometown.
No,
They don't
you're
like
right,
they don't move
100%.
to live.
I just feel like somebody
50.
that makes it a thing to live past 200, they're probably trying to set some goals to experience some things.
Oh, 100%.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
So they've probably been
100%.
through the U.S. I don't know.
But
You would
just
not be
imagine
able to
how much
fly, bro.
no, no, you're not gonna be able to breathe.
What are
What
you? Okay, so wait, are you saying like technology? Like, so we're making technology to get you to 200? Are you talking like you're about to go in cryo for 100 years once you hit 100?
No,
like
I'm
Mandalorian
saying
shit.
like
Yeah.
no, I'm saying like technology period, as in phones, computers, vehicles, things of that nature. Um, everything that could be converted into, quote unquote life essentially is something that can, make you live up to 200. Elon Musk right now is creating like a cloud per se to store all your memories, and
I've heard something
basically
about that.
you can buy a body, um, and just put into that body with all your memories. And I mean I think that's cool, but in a way you're playing God, and you can't
That's a
you can't.
sketch.
Can you imagine if the time comes that they're like, all right, we're going to need to kill you, but we're going to be able to listen, don't freak out though, because we have this other body set and we're just micro USB, all right, or sorry, USB-C. We're going to plug the USB-C in and hopefully everything exports from your brain
Yeah,
and your spirit
and
or
at this
whatever.
at this point you're like a 6-year-old child. You're like, huh? Like I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
you're like, oh, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Right, right. I'm still
Oh,
little Bobby. Can I go play now? Like, take me
oh,
back to my
that would be
mom.
crazy. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to pull the trigger on something, even if like it's
I,
like
but I
I don't
don't
know,
think I don't
it
think they
won't
take
work. I don't think it would
I,
work.
I don't think they take like quote unquote fresh people, like people that go into comas and they can't like function on their own. You know what I mean?
No, there's a bunch there. Yeah, there's definitely research. I don't know enough to even like have
I don't know why I
like a
know all this.
confident
but I do.
conversation. Like an
Educated conversation
yeah,
about this.
yeah. So I definitely don't know, but there's a bunch of different type of research into like
There's
stuff you're talking about.
there's actually a show on Netflix kind of like that. Literally, you know how like the thing is like in war people, if you die on the battlefield, somebody takes your dog tags and gives them to your family or something like that. I don't mean to
Uh,
disrespect any of like the war veterans or anything,
yeah.
but if you pass away on the battlefield, um, some one of the people in your squad take your dog tags and give them to your family as like a remembrance of you.
I got
And
you.
there's a Netflix show like that literally takes you into a new body, and like after you die, and I think it's pretty cool. Babe, what was that show that we were watching
Sounds like some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
on Netflix?
Black Mirror has some
Where
good shows.
I'm saying the one where the one dude was fighting with the chick. They were shooting people, and then the chick got fucking smacked, right? And I mean muffed, and they shot her in the head and took his shit out his neck.
Are you talking about the 100?
Are you talking about
No, I'm
the
not.
boys?
No, hold on. I'm
I
about
mean,
to
like
blow my.
the 100 has.
She
like,
got
nine-
smacked.
Yes, yeah. The 100 is like that.
Yeah.
Like I've
Black
watched,
Mirror.
I've watched the whole 100. Like the 100's
Yeah.
like that.
So
It's not the one.
yeah, because like the
Hold on.
100 has like transfer of consciousness and stuff.
Yeah,
No,
on like mind
Adrian,
drive.
yeah,
Mind
Adrian
drives,
is
yeah.
that. I
That's an interesting thing, like the transfer of consciousness.
Right,
Yeah,
like
like
what
if
is like
something
that's
like
kinda
that was ever to be
Oh,
possible, that
it's
would be
called
unreal.
Altered
Altered
Carbon?
Carbon. Yes.
Yep. Sam just
Yes.
sent it to me.
Yes. That is the show. I'm telling you, that shit is mad dope. Homie was blasting away. All of a sudden, these people come in, fuck, mopped his shit, and then shot his partner, a chick, and then took his shit out his neck and killed him. And then he got placed in a new body, and they're in like fucking Alcatraz or something, like a prison. And they're like, yeah, 250 years ago, you killed your partner, so we sentence your card to life in jail. And then yeah, they let him out. I don't like. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm only on the second episode, but it's something like that. Shit, it's
that's what's up.
in layman's terms.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna take the reins for a sec. Have a little separate segment for our homie Jake. Since he is our first guest, I figured we could ask him a couple questions. People know a little bit about us because we've posted upwards of 3 episodes. It's just so much content. But I definitely could see in the future Jake being on future episodes. But I still want to ask him some questions.
He's on Rogan next after this episode. What do
Yeah,
you mean?
probably is on his way
Yeah.
up. Probably will forget about us. But
Yeah, catch me on Impulsive next week.
yeah, he's going through his tour right now, but
You.
we were the first stop. But so yeah, so the first question I'll ask you, these are off the wall too. He has not heard any of these. Like he can't plan for these type of questions, okay? All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
Wow, we're starting off deep.
Yeah, so these are some thinking questions, and you don't have to go like super deep into it, but if somebody, just I don't know, it's just like something that you think that they misunderstand about you,
Shit, I don't know. Like,
it's hard being put on the spot.
I was
too.
not expecting this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, ask the question again. Do it to me one more time.
What's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
Huh. What would your answer be?
Misunderstand about me? From a third person's perspective, I feel like it would be like that I'm not I don't know if like passion would be it, but like that I'm not like driven in like what I truly care about. I feel like because it's hard to like really understand somebody's situation from like what you can actually see. You know what I mean?
Right. So basically, like if someone was like, they're not necessarily like they had to know you, but they're just on the outside.
They
looking
got
at
you on
and they're
Snapchat.
Like, yeah, and they're like, this
They
person's like this, but like they're completely off.
The last time I posted on my Snapchat story.
Exactly. So
I don't know.
It's
I
basically
feel
like
like I
don't judge a
definitely
book
come
by
off
its
as
cover type shit.
like a smart ass. Like this, like I probably have like this arrogant personality. Like I'm honestly a dickhead. But like once you get to know me, I don't know. Maybe you get used to it. But like
I've seen some dickhead tendencies.
Definitely through Adrian.
Like, and I
Definitely
don't
through
always
Adrian.
mean it. Sometimes I mean it. Sometimes it's intentional.
Oh yeah.
But,
I don't know. Yeah. I don't think you're a dickhead, but
oh well, thank you.
yeah.
Jake has said some dickhead things to me in his days.
I have.
In the days of Discord.
I'm brutally honest. I'm brutally honest with people. I say what I think.
Yes.
Like I'm not holding back anything.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's
like,
the
if
best
I
way you
think
can
you're
grow.
wrong, I'm gonna tell you why I think you're wrong. You're gonna hear it.
Yeah. Like I think that's a good trait to have.
I don't know if I agree with that, Jake.
What do you mean?
Because I'm dog shit at Fortnite, but you don't tell me I'm dog shit.
Well, like I'm not gonna be mean.
Yeah,
to you,
he
but
doesn't want to be a bully.
like,
you don't expect or he's not expecting you to become like a pro and stuff. Like
yeah, but like if you tried to argue something about Fortnite with me that I don't agree with, I would tell you that. And I would tell you like why I think you're wrong. But like if you're just bad at the game, I'm not gonna bully you.
If you made it like a thing to like he knew like all right I want to get better at the game, and like he knew you wanted to get better at the game, he would be harder on you.
Oh yeah.
It would be
Definitely.
bullying if all of us are calling you dog shit at Fortnite. It wouldn't be fair, you know, Adrian?
But I mean, is it really bullying if it's the truth though?
But
Yes,
it's
I
not
agree.
really the truth. It's not like
Yes.
you've
If you're
never.
ugly and I call you ugly, doesn't mean it's
You're
not
just being
mean.
honest. Yeah, just being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
But
still
is
being
it?
honest.
But is it honesty though? Because it's like, from his perspective, right? It's a whole
Yeah.
different game. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, it's like it is perspective. Because to a lot of people, multiple people, me and Jake don't even know what we're doing. Right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what's so crazy about this type of game is like me and him really don't know what we're doing. We just have seen so much and played so much that it's like it is what it is. There's people that would literally think we're pro by facing them, like 100% be signed to the best organizations, and then there's multiple, maybe a little bit less people, but still a ton of people that think that me and Jake literally to have no thumbs, can't do anything. So
no
it's like
thumbs. I just
No,
play
it's
with
all
fingers.
perspective, you know. I don't think Adrian's like terrible at the game. It's just he hasn't put in the time to say that he's good at the game.
Yeah.
Well,
Makes
he
I mean,
hasn't
sense.
he's
put in
playing
the
with a
time.
handicap. He just switched to
Yeah,
fucking Builder Pro
Yeah.
Season 5 setting that came out.
Yeah, I feel like you're just a little hard on yourself, but maybe you do that to like when you fail, you're not like pissed about it. You're just like, hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anyways. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
that's why I get irritated in Fortnite because shit, we played every day for 6, 7, 8 hours a day for from no seasons to season 3, season 4. I had to take a break because I was dog shit at building. I was getting fucking duked on. I was like, yeah, Braden, he's right in front of me. Never mind, he's up there. Like, no, man, I couldn't do it. And
Yeah.
like it was just me like not wanting to change. And then
Mhm.
now it's like, yeah, I want to, but like then again, I get shit on them. Like, yeah, why am I even doing this to myself?
Yeah, I'm definitely in a phase of that too. Like I feel like one of my biggest phases in Fortnite that made me just be like, fuck it, I don't even want to change at this point was when the cones became like more important than a stare. I was not about changing.
You were really slow to adapt to that one.
That was one of my worst
Wait,
meta changes.
Can you give me
Like
that cord right
like
there?
I
My
would argue
headphones
it was
about to
just
die.
up there with like the crash pad. I think it was worse because like cones are so important now. It's just like, and it's not
They really
really like,
are.
it's just a part of the game. It's not like an item or something.
Thank you.
And I don't know, yeah, for
This
sure the cone situation was fucked. And like now being on this, I can't crouch and stuff, and I don't know, I'm going through one of those little situations like Seth and Adrian too, but to me now I know the upside of changing binds and going from being a little bit worse to like just exceptional growth after that muscle memory rebuilds.
Mhm.
And so I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I think it will be better than me just being on like handicapped binds, because
Yeah.
I fell into
Changing-
that with that button situation. I had 12 on my mouse, and I was such like capped. I don't know, I couldn't
Yeah,
do anything
changing
about it.
binds is like a one step back, two step forward type of thing.
Yeah,
Like you're gonna struggle. You just have to get through the struggle to get to the good.
yeah, and it's like that on any game too. It's not just Fortnite. It's just
That's
such
why I
And
had to
everything's
switch
so
the
much
so
controller.
optimized in this game now. Like there are perfect binds on this game at this point that people can change to if they really want to and they
If they,
really want to grind it
yeah,
out.
because that's all it is. It's like, what do you want to get better at the game? You know what I mean? And to me, my thing was cones. So you know what I did, Seth? I just said,
What's
fuck
up,
it.
Braden?
I've always had stair wall. That's how most people do too, or
Yeah,
vice
that's what mine
versa.
is.
Everybody
That's what my
has
buds
2
are.
and 2, and or most people I should say. But to me, because I knew off rip it would make it better, I literally just didn't even think about it, and I just put cone stair. So now my cone wall is on my mouse. So now like that was the best way I could do it, and thankfully that transition wasn't that bad as much as I thought it would be. But the crouching situation is very troublesome because I don't know.
So
It's
what
bad.
is your crouch C?
C and X.
Oh.
I have C and X just in case I go a little bit too far with my thumb. That I guarantee that I crouch if I go inward, and then when I go outward, I have V and B as my shotgun. But my muscle
Yeah,
memory
see,
still is with my index finger. I just
I
I'll crank a 90, I'll go boop, and just without thinking. It's weird.
I fixed my fucking when I was on keyboard because I'm dog shit on keyboard. Um, I changed my weapons to scroll wheel, so now I can just scroll wheel, shotgun, scroll wheel back up, have my
Is your
SMG scroll wheel.
is your scroll wheel up shotgun?
Um, I have scroll wheel anything. So like I'll start first.
So you
I
just
can go
scroll through
from
your inventory.
yes sir, and that's very comfortable for me.
Hey.
Um, and so uh I changed my
So what's your
builds
reset?
to my reset is caps lock.
Interesting.
It's weird, I know, but caps lock,
Bro,
bro.
my
It's
dude
just
Jake's
it's so
punching
nice.
fucking air right now.
Oh,
The
this
one
man's playing
the
on fucking
one thing
keyboard and isn't even using his fucking cheats.
this is
Jesus, that's like me
a
turning off aim assist.
not gonna lie, it is kind of like that. But hey, if it's comfortable, it's comfortable. This
Yeah. Hey, you do you.
yo, listen, Bacchus is in the stream, and the two things he just said that Jake's a goat, and he just said gotta change that ASAP. Listen, Seth, with how controller heavy this game is, and he's talking about cheating. Jake is a cheater. He's using a controller, aim assist. Oh, it's unreal. But the only thing we got going for ourselves is this scroll wheel reset. You gotta do it. Even if you use your inventory for scroll wheel, just make sure like it's like only up or something. So like one of the two. So if you're going down, it just instantly resets, or if you're going up, it instantly resets. Gotta do that.
I don't know. I'm comfortable with how it is right now, but I mean I'm always down to change. So I mean when I go back home, I
Yeah.
could definitely try it.
You'll
But
see, bro.
Yeah.
It's
the
like go ahead.
the way that I move through my guns is probably a lot slower than how you move through them. But it's just it's so easy because I only stay on my AR and my shotgun, and that's first and second slot. And then
True.
if I do change it, my AR is my third slot, and I have my sub as my first.
I feel it. Yeah, I don't know.
Shotgun is always
Keyboard's so underrated, man. Like you got to put in so much time on both. But like the time that you have to learn just those like cuz this game is so quick. You know what I mean? Like you got to just do things so quick. Like finding whatever's comfortable for you to like instantly get to your shotgun and do all that type of stuff. It's hectic, man. Like that's why I love like shout out Bacchus too, bro. Like really putting in that effort. Like I remember literally his whole growth and how nice he got on keyboard from where he was too is just was ridiculous being able to watch it because you really gotta like if you want to be good at Fortnite, you have to play creative and like actually get good and like not get good, but like you have to like enjoy the practice, I guess. Like there's like it's not like Call of Duty. You just can't hop into a hard point, drop 50 kills and think that you're good, It's like if you play comp Call of Duty, you got to get into the 4v4s and like the money 8s and like all that type of stuff and like really practice the actual game, but like I don't know. I don't know. Video games is weird to me because I feel like every game has that grind period, And like if you want to get good and stuff, it just Fortnite is so weird because the skill gap is like that. It's just simple, getting creative and play 1v1s or edit courses and all that stuff. And if you don't, you're just gonna not be able to keep up.
I mean, if we're talking about the grind, gotta switch it over to Madden for a second, bro. My defense is phenomenal on Madden.
Yeah,
It I started. You can ask Adrian. Matt.
yeah. You'd probably beat me now, honestly.
Bro, we've played so much Madden over the last 3 years. Madden 19 was when I knew I needed to switch, like to like start like playing heavy.
Hmm.
Um, bro, the first 2 months my online record was like 19 and 37. And I was just taking L's because on defense I was getting stops, but on offense I couldn't do shit. So now I was working on offense, and then my defense started slipping, had to go back to defense. But now I'm pretty stable all around, unless I have to face like receivers with 97 speed, like
Yeah.
Henry Ruggs, fucking Tyreek Hill. Like if you have them receivers and just send them on a go route to a shit corner, you get duked on. But that it took me so long, and
Who
that
do
was
you
a fun.
manual or who do you user on defense? Middle
So,
linebacker?
nope. I'm weird. I'm. It all depends on who I'm playing and their play style. When I play Adrian, for the first quarter, I will man a right outside, and then for the rest of the game, I'll man my free safety or my strong safety, depending on where he's set up.
And you actually
Um,
grab users like picks?
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
I average 6 picks a game from
You say
placement.
6?
6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I played Justin, because Justin just got back into Madden,
Yeah.
and he wasn't the greatest, but his game is, I commend him because his game has gotten hand over hand, fucking just
See
better.
how he flipped the script, Jake? He's just like, oh fuck, Justin's gonna actually watch this, so I wanna.
Oh no, I'm
You
saying,
gotta hype him up a little
hey,
bit.
give him his props because his game was shit, and then he actually like took the time and played online, and because he was just getting shit on, bro. Adrian shit on him like 70-7.
Shout out
I
that
shit
boy
on him
Justin.
60-5 or 60
Always red on
3.
Among Us.
But no, he did get better. But the first like 5 games I played him, I had 11 picks.
Oh my goodness.
It was like 11, 13, 8, 11. I was just snatching him, and he just couldn't
You
do
ain't
anything.
ever user picking me, bro. That's simple. Like it's
I
not,
will
bro.
user pick the shit out of you.
Nah, no shot,
I
bro.
will user pick the shit out of you.
No shot.
Hey Jake, actually shout out for coming in the stream the other day when I won that game. That was
I got
fucking
you.
lit. I was like, whoa, who is that?
Like
Little
T-Dev,
like,
if
once
you're
off
still
Hail
in the
Mary.
stream, man, like you know what I did to you. I scored 100 on you in Madden, bro.
Hey,
This-
Hey guys.
T Dev.
Yeah, T-Dev's
Back. I
T-Dev played in the
apologize.
stream. Shout out T-Dev, fucking legend up in the stream. But he's the only person I know IRL that got a PS5.
Hey,
He
shout
got
out.
it before like the resales too. Like homie's a dog. You got the
Sir.
ways.
Yeah, he snuck in there.
Hey, but
Hey,
so
no. Oh damn, damn.
go ahead.
No, I was about to say AT Dev. It was a while ago, but I still got your ankles hanging on my wall from when I broke you.
Oh, I do remember that. Ooh,
Oh, shots in the air. What happened there?
damn.
You were there, Brandon.
Was I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were. I hit him with a spin move and he fell and he thought he broke his ankle.
I was not there. I was not there.
Yes,
Yes,
you were.
yes, you were. Yes, you
I
were.
was not there when Tyler fell. No, I wasn't.
I promise you, you were.
I don't remember. I don't remember Seth breaking Tyler like that.
He
bad.
didn't. Seth didn't break him. He tripped over his himself. Like Seth did a move and he tripped over himself, and then
That's
like
right.
Seth was like, "Oh, yeah, I broke him. I broke him." You know.
If you trip over yourself, if you're a defender,
He
that's
said I
pretty
blame him on the
broke.
retros. Damn, I don't remember being there. I got you, T-Dev. It must have not been that tragic. No, but so going into some of our last topics, I wanted to briefly go over the NBA, because we got I think all of us are different team favorites. Like we have different favorites of the teams, but Houston is unfortunately Adrian's favorite team, and a pretty
Yes,
big
sir.
trade happened. So I'll let you take the reins because it's your squad.
I would assume that anybody that's watching this would already probably know. But we traded Russell Westbrook to the Wizards for John Wall and a first round pick out of 2023 top 14 protected. Me
God, that sounds
personally,
like
I don't know if you want to call it biased or whatever. I think we won the trade by a long shot. As long like I told you, Brad, the other day, as long as John Wall can stay healthy,
Yeah.
That's a big
and
if.
we can keep him on the court, I think we have a better shot than we have had in past years Like even with like CP3 to compete in the playoffs,
It
especially if
sucks.
Boogie can stay healthy too.
Cause like I'm not
That's
I'm not
another big
talking
if.
down on Russell, but Russell's a fantastic player. So like saying it's by a long shot, I don't think it's by a long shot because there is some what if factors that have to be in play for it to be a good trade. But I think who did they trade Russell to?
The Wizards.
I think they did get a good deal out of that. Like, but I think that you guys could be in a better position too if things work out. I think it was an overall good trade, just like in general.
I don't think the Rockets won by a long shot. Um, because like you said, Russell is a great player. But the downfall is he's a great player by himself. And I know I'm pretty sure we covered that on one of the podcasts. I think it was number 2 when we talked about it. But man, he's a great player, but by himself. Like when he had nobody on the Thunder with him, it was just like him and like Andre Roberson. Uh, he That's why he was averaging so many triple doubles. He thought he didn't have nobody and had to step up. Now that he had James Harden, his stats went down a little bit. He became more of a better team player. But John Wall is just so good in every aspect of the game. As far as shooting, defending, uh, layups, dunks, free throws, everything. His whole morale is better than Russell's, I think. And for a protected top 14, you said, Adrian,
Yeah.
on top of John Wall, that was good, and as well as Boogie. Boogie is a big addition to the Rockets if he can stay healthy, because
Does everybody
that
agree that John Wall's hands down better than Russell Westbrook?
No, not at all.
I
Not
I
I,
don't
even
know.
a little bit.
I think so.
You
If
know,
he's well, are we talking? Are we talking broken John Wall? Or are we talking healthy at his best?
Healthy.
healthy at his best doesn't compare to Russell Westbrook, in my opinion. Not even a little bit.
I think Russell Westbrook is more electric.
That
I
boy
think he
Russell is a dog.
I think he brings a lot more like court presence. But if we're talking shooting, John Wall hands down.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If
I
you
don't
add in
trust Russell with the ball, but he can do better things with the ball.
If you can
better,
get Russ within inside the 3-point arc, he's gonna score points.
yeah, but you also need a player that can score in the 3-point category as well, because the league has just expanded to the 3-point.
That
If we're
John
talking,
Wall though?
but
Is that
if we're
John Wall?
talking about meta, meta, like, so Fortnite had its meta with building. The NBA has had its meta with 3-point now. Steph Curry broke the league with 3-pointers. I think,
Hmm.
because
But
he's the best in history.
with
But
the how he just said court presence and stuff, I feel like in the sport of basketball with team players and stuff, there's like people you could surround yourself around. Like again, like this is why I don't think it was by a long shot, but because like Russell needed to be on a team that he can facilitate that main role, you know what I mean, and then have people around him that can do the meta that you're talking about with 3-pointers and stuff, and utility players that can
yeah,
support
but
Westbrook.
you have to be a little better yourself. You can't rely on everybody else to take a game winning three. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Russell can't do that, but I would not take Russell over John Wall in a clutch 3-point spot. If you needed 3 points,
But is that?
I'm
But that's not your only argument, though, right? You're saying in every facet of the game that
no, not every part. I'm saying like in majority. So I'm saying with ball handling, with and with 3-point.
I got you.
Because I'm not saying Russ is a bad ball handler. He just doesn't have as much handling capability as John Wall.
I want to hear
I
what you have to say, Jake. Yeah, let's hear what you got to say.
okay. Honestly,
Because you look like you're waiting to say some shit. So let's hear it.
I mean, my opinion, this was a trade. I mean, one team got a ball hog and the other one got a fucking cadaver. Nobody won this trade. When's the last time you saw a 14th pick in the NBA draft come out and do anything besides what, 6th man of the year? Like that pick's anything outside the top 5 in the NBA is a crap shot. I mean, I don't think either team made themselves a playoff team or made themselves any better right now. Like at
If
least
you had the
Houston
pick,
with
though, it would be the
Westbrook.
Rockets, I think.
I mean,
If
yeah,
it-
but
if it
that's 'cause
works
the Rockets
out.
were already good.
If things work out, I feel like
I mean, the Wizards were terrible. They won what, like 20 games this last season?
yeah, they're no show.
Yeah, but wasn't John Wall hurt all last year, or majority of it?
John Wall, I just looked. He's played 70 games in the last 2 seasons. No,
Yeah.
excuse me, in the last 3 seasons. He's played 73 games.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy. Like that's why I said, as long as he can stay
Yeah.
healthy, I think we won that
That's
trade.
Such
is
a
a
big
win.
if. Like I mean,
Hmm.
player for player, I mean even with that 14th draft pick, I mean, there's no guarantee. I would take Russ. I don't think either team is winning. I don't think this trade made either team any better. Like I don't think either of these players is on a winning team in
So
reality.
you don't think the Wizards are a contender now?
No. No. I also don't think Houston was a contender with him. Just like OKC wasn't a contender with him. Like Russell is a great player. He's gonna sell tickets. He's gonna sell jerseys. He's gonna make a fuck ton of money. He's
Yeah.
not gonna win you a playoff series.
Yeah, he's a really good, but like
Fair,
at the
fair.
end of the day, it's like you could be like that good, but if you're not like the team player and you don't really bring that much to like that side of like the actual sport, I kind of do agree. I don't think I think he probably said it. He said it a lot better than I could. Yeah, because that does put a lot of perspective on it.
I mean, like, hey, I mean, they could get an all-star out of that draft pick, and John Wall could never have another injury in his career. He could go on be an all-star another 3 seasons and go on to be a great six-man, and like Houston could win two titles with him. But the player that they got right now, I don't think either team won that trade. But I think Russ is a better straight player.
Gotcha. Like I mean, I don't even know. I like Russ. I like who he is as a player. But like even like whenever we traded for him, we got rid of CP3. I personally thought that was a dumb trade. I didn't like that trade. I think when we traded for CP3 to the Thunder and we got Russ, I think we lost that trade.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
don't think that we got any better from getting Russ over CP3, personally. Especially because CP3, even he's almost 33, 34, 35, something like that.
Something.
Hmm.
He's getting up there. He's older. But like even at that age, he fucking pretty much single handedly brought the Thunder to the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was just looking at. This like he did more at like 34 years old than Russ did at however old Russ is for
think-
OKC.
I think like 28.
28, yeah.
So
No,
Yeah.
he's I think he's in his 30s. He's early 30s. I'm pretty sure.
Is he?
Russ. I want to say like 31 or something like that.
how old is Russell Westbrook?
32. Okay, so he's
32.
older than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's a little older.
22. Oh my god.
But Chris Paul's 35 right now.
Yeah.
You should go play the lottery.
But like I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it pans out. But I think we'll be okay. Like I said, as long as he can stay healthy and Boogie can stay healthy, I think we're. I mean, I don't think we were ever not a contender. With James Harden, you're a contender, personally.
You're a perennial playoff team. I'll say that.
Like
I
I don't
don't
think
know
we.
if
I
necessarily
don't think
contender.
we're a. I don't know if we're a championship contender, but we're definitely making the playoffs.
Oh yeah, yeah. You'll win a series, or you definitely can win a series.
Can win, yeah. I wouldn't put it
Can.
past any of Adrian's teams to be a flop.
I'm so hurt by the NBA right now, man. Clay tore his ACL again. Fucking blows.
Yeah, no, that's tragic.
Yeah. it
Although
is.
I don't see anyone beating the Lakers. It's just like
I don't either.
Yeah,
they're
they're
just,
pretty
Lakers
solid.
have only
they're
won
too good.
in this offseason. Yeah, the
And
Lakers
they just signed LeBron 2 extra years, AD an extra 5.
Yeah,
Like-
LeBron 85 mil for 2
Healthy
years.
money. Yeah, 190 or something for AD.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Too
the
much.
Lakers have. I think the Lakers have gone significantly better
Yeah.
in this offseason, which is like a lot to say about a team that just won the title.
Yeah, it's an issue.
It's
We're gonna go through another ordeal too, but I mean, I'm cool with it because at least it isn't the Warriors.
Do you think they get another superstar?
I don't think they need one.
No, I don't think. Obviously, you don't.
Yeah,
need
they
one,
don't
but do
need
you
to
think
like
they will?
risk. I don't think they need to risk losing anybody and stuff. Like they got a good little.
Not even trading. I'm talking just like straight up. Just they're a free agent.
I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't think so.
If
for this
somebody
season.
accepts it for like lower money and stuff.
like, who are the free agents after this season? I honestly don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but
Me
I'm
neither.
sure there's someone.
Yeah.
Do you guys while we're on the whole superstar debate, do you think Giannis stays in Milwaukee, or do you think he goes to Miami?
I think he does an upset and goes with Miami to join Jimmy.
I
Jimmy G's doing it by himself right now.
I just don't know it. Like I'm not versed enough in NBA anymore to even give like a good.
I need to
opinion.
get back into it.
you
I
know
feel like it would be a good call for him, but he would get a little backlash maybe.
you know who has the cap room? Golden State.
Yeah, but they're not gonna sign him.
Why
We
not?
Yeah, why not?
I know. I just have a feeling he's gonna be like, well, Food Clay's hurt, and he's just not gonna want to come.
That team wins without Clay if Giannis is on it.
That
Oh,
team
I
would
know.
Be pretty good.
They're winning at like they're making playoffs. They're probably what, three
That's
seed,
that. Well, that's my team. No, I would give him 5 seed.
5 seed. You give them 5 seed?
Yeah,
Who's ahead of them? I mean, Lakers obviously. Clippers got worse this offseason. Maybe the Mavs.
The Mavs are a big contender. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. We could possibly shoot for 3 seed. Because we just got Andrew Wiggins,
I
and
know.
everybody
And
said
yeah.
he was a bust, and I think Andrew Wiggins is really good. He didn't have anybody
He's
on the
all right.
Timberwolves.
He's one of my
He-
favorites, like going into the league, and he kind of was a flop.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
See,
he went to the Cavs, didn't do shit. Then he went to the Timberwolves, didn't have a fucking team. Who do you have? Ricky Rubio?
He had
well,
Cat.
he didn't actually ever play for the Cavs, did he?
Mm-mm.
No.
Because
No,
he was drafted #1 and then traded.
Yeah, he got traded for
Kevin
Kevin
Love.
Love. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Look where that got him.
Do you guys think the Suns are going to be a contender?
I do. I think D Book is gonna step up big time.
This is a
He-
couple months. Oh, sorry, Seth. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say when they were in the bubble, they went undefeated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, this is a couple months late, this topic. But what's your
Yeah.
guys' opinion on the fact that the Suns went undefeated in the bubble and didn't get a playoff seat? Like, what's the point of having
because
them
they
there?
kept the same record.
What?
Well,
Didn't
the
they
reason
have a
they're-
record prior going into the
Yeah,
bubble?
yeah.
Oh,
all
yeah,
their,
definitely.
All their record was there already, and so the reason they even went is because I don't remember how many teams in the West went, but
Yeah.
if it played out differently, and I think Memphis got the final seed, I do believe. But like, say if Memphis lost a couple more games, I'm pretty sure the Suns would have got in. So
Yeah,
like they got invited because they had a shot of going in.
I just think it's wild that a team can go into
I-
a situation.
I
like
somewhat
that with
agree
the
because they would
bubble.
have played like well probably in the playoffs too, which sucks. Like they got
Yeah.
like their team in that bubble, but I don't know, like because I haven't been watching like even since the bubble, but I remember when that happened, like having an opinion about it, and I just don't remember exactly what it was, but I think it was just because they had some type of good record that had an opportunity to be in the playoffs, and I don't know, like they just they needed people to lose and stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it goes like that in any sport. I feel like I think it was just like one of those like type of stats that you look at, and it's like you can have a conversation about it. Like, should they have made it? Because I mean, you can't say like they didn't deserve it, but the numbers just didn't work out. I guess that's why I don't like watching college football and stuff. People like Ohio State and like other teams are just getting fucked left and right because of like delays or whatnot. So.
Yeah, we've missed 2 games now.
Yeah, you can't even do anything about it too. Like, it's kind of really unfortunate.
Well, you guys said you don't follow up with the NBA that much anymore, but the reason I asked if the Suns were a contender now is because they picked up Chris Paul. So if you pair Chris Paul with Devin Booker, I think they have a legitimate shot.
Well, yeah, 'cause
They'll do
Chris
good
Paul's a
next year.
Facilitator. Don't they have one of the Morris brothers too?
I'm not sure. I know one plays for the Celtics.
That's Marcus. Markieff plays for the Lakers still, I believe.
Isn't there 3 of them?
I don't
No,
know.
there's only 2.
Let me see.
But they have young bigs with DeAndre Ayton, and I want to say Michael Bridges. I'm not sure
Yep.
though.
Michael Bridges.
But they're an overall young team besides CP3. But I think they'll have a legitimate shot. It's hard to say that anybody in the West is going to have a legitimate shot of being a championship contender.
Oh yeah, everyone in the West is fighting for second place.
Yeah.
And the Warriors only won 15 games last year. Going from setting the record wins to 15 games won.
It is kind of crazy.
I mean, that's what
Great.
happens when you lose your starting point guard, your starting shooting guard. You lose KD.
Yep. D'Angelo Russell does not carry
yeah,
a franchise.
Yeah, that is
Man.
proven.
They let him go. I was a little bit upset with that.
They did to clear cap.
Yeah, but he's just he's a good player.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's all about chemistry.
when Steph is healthy, are you really going to need him? That'd be nice to have.
I mean, yeah, we would fucking need him. We don't have Clay.
Well, you don't anticipate one of your max players going from Achilles to ACL and not playing over the course of 2 years.
Back to
Yeah,
back.
dude hasn't played in a little bit over 2 years. And like when I was reading that, and because it always pops up on Twitter for some reason, like news. I had to look into it, bro. I almost cried. I almost cried when Klay Thompson tore his ACL.
Yeah, it's tragic.
He did in a pickup game too.
Yeah, like a pickup game, and you just whop your shit.
It's that easy.
It's unfortunate.
It's why I don't watch sports. I love basketball. I love football and stuff, but I cringe every time something happens. I just like really feel bad for people, and that's why you're getting paid the good bucks.
I don't know.
But I wanted to ask Jake another question.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you if we could like me and you talked about, like, I feel like I don't know Jake. Like we play Fortnite with him, talk to him all the time, but I don't know who fucking Jake is.
Yeah, and like I know a little bit more than you, but at the end of the day, like I told you, like I don't really know too much either. So like there's just certain like you could ask like really generic questions and like like where are you born and all that type of stuff, but like it's not really doing anything, you know what I mean? And so yeah, my other question that I thought was pretty neat was what would be like if you really had the voice right behind you that you could make the change, what would be the best tip that you could think of to making the world a better place?
Like
That's a good one. That's a
What
good
are these
one.
questions?
You said making the world a better place. Are you talking about like if money wasn't an option, if like that kind of stuff?
No, we're living in the world that money is a pretty important factor, but I mean, you got to do what you got to do. It's just making this world that we live in a better place.
I mean, that's hard.
We can go down the line too. If you got an answer, somebody can go. I've really had the vision of just asking Jake, but I mean, it's a good question that all of us could answer.
I mean, I was gonna say if money wasn't a problem and like we had an abundance of it, definitely the cleanup of the ocean and major things like that for the longevity of the planet.
Yeah, it's like a tip of making the world a better place. So I mean, if that would be your tip of doing it, I don't know, because the way I picture it is like trying like an actual like step in like the right direction. I feel like doing like saying with the like I don't know what the steps would be to properly cleaning. You know what I mean? Because those steps should already be in play, but they're not, unfortunately. Because it's weird, like that type of stuff's hard to even answer like a real question. Because think about, at least for me, right, with my mom getting Aquafina, like that's her only type of water choice. She doesn't like tap, any type of purified like the generic types, and she can only drink Aquafina, right? So imagine like all of the plastic that is really being produced every single month and just being thrown and stuff. It's like, what can you really do? It's like, obviously that's not the right answer, and like I don't think landfills and stuff are the right answer either, but like it sucks because what can you really do? Like,
I mean,
we got too many people on this planet.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing, but you can be like Sweden. Sweden's energy to their whole country is powered by garbage. Like it's a system. Like they have a landfill. They take all the garbage there. They compact it, and then they send it to a burner. They burn it, send it into they like collect all the smoke. All the smoke turns into power or energy, and then they use that to power everything. And they have done that. They have like made it so efficient that they
Mm-hmm.
have to add, they like barge other companies or other countries garbage into their ports and stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know too much about that, but that
Neither do
sounds
I.
that sounds good.
I mean, I think going on like that route, like we need to remove fossil fuels from our consumption in general. Like that's something big if I had to say.
Yeah.
Like just more renewable energy. I mean,
Yeah.
EVs are like the technology in EVs, electric vehicles are is getting further and further like every day. We're moving away from lithium ion batteries and like getting closer to solid state, which is way more efficient.
Yeah.
Um, Wind energy, solar energy, hydropower, those are all
Yeah, that was
huge
the route I was
things.
gonna go to. Is kind of like with being able to use like renewable energy because of how bad everything's polluted our the planet that we do actually live in.
Hmm. Yeah, renewable energy is a huge thing.
Our
And
government is so corrupt when it comes to things like that, though.
I think this administration is going to be a little more energy savvy than
I'm
the
I'm excited. I'm
last.
excited to see what
We'll
what
see.
all changes bring to that. But yeah,
Yeah, because it's
every time,
something that needs to like actually be like put into motion.
No, it's definitely going to
uh,
be interesting.
We'll see.
But I mean, with the current administration, we weren't getting any closer to um getting away from like fossil fuels.
We're just
The
living
biggest thing
in like
is
a state of like quicksand, just
Yeah,
not
the biggest thing
going
with
anywhere.
that is like people are so scared when they say like get rid of fracking, get rid of coal, get rid of all of like everything that's bad for the environment because you're destroying industry. But when
Mm-hmm.
you do that, a new industry has to take its place. Like
Yeah.
you
yeah,
don't see people still bitching and moaning that we're not riding around in horse and buggy carriages. Someone lost their job making horse and buggy carriages so somebody else could make the
Yeah.
first fucking car. Like people are going to need new education and jobs are going to be taken, but it's not like those jobs are just going to disappear when
Yeah.
mining gets shut down. Like we're going to need techs for windmills. We're going to need um we're going to need techs for all of it. Like there's going to be so many new jobs available and so much money in
It'll
it,
be
so
like a
much
boom
more than
almost
fucking.
too because of how
Oh,
much of a difference it
absolutely.
would be. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
and
I think it is it's a big transition that like in it's gonna be hard to do, but it's needed. Like it's like it needs to happen. And so like I think
definitely.
people that are actually gonna be affected that would lose their job and like that Lordstown plant that shut down stuff like that type of stuff obviously sucks. You don't want people to lose their careers and everything, but like I,
Mhm.
I, I do I do 100% agree though. It's like it's not like all of those millions and millions of jobs are just gone and like
Yeah.
now they gotta hope that streaming works or something like
Yeah.
like it's a whole new like industry that will
Yeah.
be able to
No,
spawn
it
up.
it definitely sucks, and like I mean,
Yeah.
like there's just nothing you can do about it though. It's like casualty of war.
Mhm.
It's like there's never going to be a time like that where the solution is like the new answer is worse than what we had before.
Yeah.
Like we're going to move on, people are going to lose their jobs, they're going to have to move, they're going to have to find something new to do, but it's going to be for the best
I mean,
without a doubt in my mind.
if we're speaking on like electric vehicles, since we're on that Norristown plant closing, don't mark my words. I'm like 90% sure they turn it into like a battery building
No, I
place.
applied for
They
it.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an electrical vehicle like plant. 100%. Yeah, they're
So
hiring a bunch of people, but
yeah,
I
I was about
couldn't
to
even
say
get in because you need for like the lowest job you need at least like 2 years experience at a different plant.
yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, it's definitely gonna
That,
be what you just
that
said.
was so many jobs, and even with the people that lost their jobs before, I'm pretty sure that they get a chance to like go into that first
I'm
before.
sure. I mean, it's the experience.
Right. You already have prior experience in working in a factory, and I mean, it's just going to be you're going to be doing different stuff. So I mean, you brief them up, you train them on how to do the job. Yeah, everybody's going to be new, but if you put somebody, if you bring, if you hire people from different plants out of state in there to, watch how they work, things like that, then make it more efficient. Everybody will learn better, so it opens and creates better jobs.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Adrian? I don't think you said yours.
I really don't like. I've been kind of just racking my brain while you guys were talking. There's not really much that like I can really think of. I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of like I don't know the exact percentages, but I feel like the homeless rate, not even just in our country, but in like anywhere, is too high. I feel like, but like, and I mean like some of it, like I know it's like it's your fault sometimes, like shit happens, whatever. But like I feel like creating equal opportunity for everyone, and like even like in situations like that, like even if like you could give them like you make a small apartment building into like a shelter almost, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Like some like that alone could change someone's entire life.
Yeah.
It's strange, yeah. I mean, like this is why like these type of questions are so they're so macro. Like your answer almost can never do like that type of question like justice. You know
Right.
what I mean? Cuz like how like I don't know how you would properly like even be able to change that, like how big of a change you would really like want for homeless people without like people that like have a house, and like people will take advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like
Yeah.
there's no planning in my opinion, because I'm not smart, I could be wrong, but like from how my head works, I don't see any way that we would be able to change like a really good percentage of homeless people's situation without people that are in like my type of situation, or even like certain people that are homeless that don't care about their life, so like they don't care, they're just gonna take advantage of whatever that
Right.
process
Right.
is that will work. It's hard. It's really hard to even like try to come at that answer, except for at least like what Jake said with fossil fuels, because like we've already been working at that, and there's like some steps that you could actually see that's possible in it. But there's so many like things that are messed up with the world we live in that like it's almost impossible to fix.
Homelessness is such a tough issue to tackle.
It's such a
Poverty in general, because it's like,
poverty
are
in
we fighting a
general.
war on poverty, or are we fighting a war on poor people? Which is it?
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, everyone is so, like, everyone says like, hey, homeless people, let's get them off the streets, let's feed them, let's do this, let's do that. And then when their tax dollars are going to welfare programs and help programs and like domestic abuse programs, because there's so many battered women and
Mhm.
children that are on the streets because they were kicked out of the places they live, like no one wants to put money towards that.
Yeah, they're like,
Right?
we don't
So
see
They
our
see it as
money.
mooches.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they see them as people mooching, and
Yeah.
that's a big thing. I'm so happy you brought that up too, because
Yeah,
there's people like, oh, don't feed the homeless because then they'll expect it, or shit like that.
Mhm.
Go with that. Like, you're wasting your money, but in reality, you're gonna go do the same shit with your money.
Yeah, to me, like if I see somebody that's struggling, like it's weird. Like I'll try to help out. Like if I have something extra, I'll do it, because I've seen like situations in my short life that I lived, that like those little things really can change somebody's life. It's like, to you it might not mean anything, you know what I mean, but it's like for somebody
Right.
to realize that like humans really do care, you know what I mean, like the thing me and you talked about I think yesterday, Adrian, about like you said on the phone, your faith in humanity has been restored, you know,
Right.
that thing, like that, those type of situations can actually like change your perspective on like how people really are, because most people are greedy, most people are kind of ass, but it comes with like the life we have to live, there's, I mean, we've all had this conversation too, it's like there's certain moments in life that you kind of like need to be selfish if you plan on
Hmm.
changing your life in any way. You got to pick your selfish moments, because you need to, or else you'll be in the
Definitely.
same position for the rest of your life,
Right.
so
Definitely.
yeah, see, like I like those type of questions, it's hard to answer, but I mean it definitely gets you to thinking.
You have any more of them?
Yes, yes. So my next one was, what is the best compliment that you've ever been received, or that you have ever received?
Where did you get these questions?
I googled like these type of questions, not like interview questions, but kind of like thought provoking things. I'll go first because I was thinking about it when you guys were talking about basketball because I don't know shit, so I was letting you guys talk. Um, so while you guys think, I'll say my answer. Basically, like what I thought about was with a compliment. You know, some people that are like gorgeous or something. Maybe it could be like something like that. But to me, like I've heard before, especially from Seth too, with when I was making music and everything, is just like the not drive because I could be lazy at times, hella lazy, but it's just like kind of like how I already said with the other answers, just like not giving up on like these type of short little facets, you know what I mean, on like online type of stuff. Um, I like one of my first friends genuinely in Gerard was Adrian, posting like YouTube videos in fucking 2012 and stuff, and like
Fuck yeah.
it's
Shout
just
out
like
fourth grade.
it's like certain things like that. It's just like I've always known like what I've wanted to do in like my life if money wasn't a factor in all that type of stuff, and I've always like tried to just do something in that field. Like it was music, and then esports, and like there's a bunch of different type of things, and like so like my compliment would definitely be just like not really giving a fuck like what people would think on the outside looking in, and just like just not giving a fuck and just like doing things that I actually like enjoy with the time that I'm giving on this floating rock that we're on. You know what I mean?
I mean, I got mine if y'all want me to go.
Yeah.
I go ahead.
First off, I do want to say, as men, I think you all can agree that I feel like we don't get compliments very often. Like I feel like complimenting men is not normalized. Like I feel like it's more rare. Does that make sense? Do you guys agree with that
Somewhat.
statement?
I mean, it depends on what you mean as a compliment.
Successful ass motherfuckers. You're welcome.
What'd she say? I didn't hear her.
Say it again.
You all are successful ass motherfuckers. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's go.
But I think probably I take a lot of pride in like how I carry myself and like how I treat other people and like in that aspect. So probably I think my greatest compliment that I've ever received is probably like my character, like who I am as a person.
Mhm.
I mean, you're a
So
dude.
yeah, that's what I would go with.
Yeah, my favorite thing is like some random old lady or some like one of my grandparents' friends or something. Like I do something and they just make a comment about my character. They say like you're a fine young man. That just makes me feel good.
Yeah, it's one of the best compliments that you can be given.
Like they don't know me at all.
You're a stand-up
right.
guy. Like
Yeah,
this
they
type
just
of
have
thing.
like faith in my character just based on the little things that I'm doing.
Yep.
This makes me feel good.
Yeah, and it shows like you were raised right too. A lot of
Mhm.
people, like I still like not even talking about COVID and all that, but like I hold the door for every single person that like I come across. You know what I mean? I don't expect anything. Like it doesn't matter. It's just the way I was raised. Like I don't expect anybody to hold the door for me or whatever. But
Right.
you know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. There's certain things that I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, I think that is like one of the better compliments because I guess Adrian's right. Like maybe in comparison, we like males don't get like as many compliments, but I don't think it's like just like a. I don't know. I think it just comes with just being a man. I guess I don't know. It's just like we're not.
I feel like we don't give as many compliments either. Like there's something about like that male bravado where it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like manly to be like.
Yeah, like it's
"Hey,
considered
like,
soft.
Those glasses
Yeah.
are looking good today.
Right.
Like I like your
Yeah,
hair."
okay, I see where you're
Like-
going then with that. Yeah, with
Right,
like
right.
especially the male on male, because like our form of like a compliment is so negative. With like fuck you, Jake. You know what I mean? Like just like the way we talk to each other and stuff is just like
Yeah.
so much different than like.
Yeah, like if we're playing a
guess,
game,
Oh, your
something,
nails look
like,
so good. Like
just like because we're also into gaming. Like if we're playing a game, like more often than not, like say I do something, I kill you, I pull something off, your compliment to me is gonna be insulting me.
100%. That's
Somewhat.
what I do.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
not like that though. Like I hype you up.
Well, no, yeah, like just in general though.
Yeah.
Like someone saying like "fuck you" in a game more often than not is a compliment.
Yeah, it's
Right,
definitely
right.
like
Yeah.
not portrayed as like with whatever they're saying.
No.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I do that to Adrian all the time. We're playing Madden. Like he'll get a good run on me. Be like, wow, you're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
actually trash.
Yeah, that's how
Like,
you know
thanks.
me and Jake are facing people superiors. We'll be in like that clicks box fight thing me and you played, Adrian. And me and Jake don't lose. Like I'm not gonna lie, we don't lose, but we've lost one
We
time.
don't.
Like we've lost one time
Yeah.
since these fills came out. And these
And it was
players
a 4-5.
these players were just sweaty. Like they beat us like 3 in a row or something like that. And we did almost come back, but it's just we're pissed the whole time, and all that. But in reality, they've just worked at their craft a lot,
Right.
Like we
right.
should be on the mic, being like, "Wow, I love how much time you've put in." But it's not like that, Everything
Right,
has to
right,
be
right.
toxic.
But I feel like that's like just kind of like stereotypical though. At the same time.
It is in a way, like deep down, it probably is rooted in some type of stereotypical male versus female type of thing.
Oh,
but
definitely.
but
Like I feel like our generation's getting away from that too. Like
yeah,
like-
because I'm an open book. I wear like one heart on my sleeve. I don't care if somebody thinks some type of way about it. It's like, hey, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like you can't really like feel like oh, this person's gonna think of me differently because I'm being nice to them. It's just such a weird
Yeah.
thought, But I definitely think it's because when we weren't even like born yet, like in the different generation, like it was so much more like of the norm to be like a man, like, oh, I'm a man, like
Yeah.
But like what even like well what defines a man?
this is like on Impulsive. I'm pretty sure they had
It
something
really
like
is,
this, right?
yeah.
Because yeah,
Yeah, they talked about Harry Styles. wearing the
yeah.
dress
See,
on the
and
cover of Vogue.
yeah, and we
And,
could
like-
do the same thing here, honestly, because I would like to know your guys' opinion on that. Because I'm on the opposite end, though. I still do think the definition of being a man, like the way that they were saying it, and it's kind of a trick question in a way, but like it started because he's wearing a dress on the magazine, correct?
Mhm.
With Harry
Yeah.
Styles.
Yep.
Yeah, basically Adrian said he wore a dress on this GQ.
Cover of Vogue.
Yeah,
Oh, was
cover
it
on.
GQ?
I think you're right
One
on
of 'em.
Vogue.
Yeah.
He wore like the dress on the cover, and Logan thought it was manly or something like that. Like the question popped up that is it manly that he's wearing a dress in the thing? I would say no. You know what I mean? I think it's obvious that it's not manly to wear a dress on a magazine cover. Really on
Right,
anything.
yeah.
In general, I don't think it would be manly for somebody to go out in the public in a dress. That's my opinion on it. That doesn't mean you're not a man wearing it and stuff. It's just in the definition of does it look manly? I don't think it does. But
like what does look manly even mean?
exactly.
Like,
It's
do
like
your hands have to be all beat up and you have to be covered
Exactly,
in
you
dirt
know,
because
and
just
that's
go
why I
work-
love
you just
the-
went and worked in a field for 8
I love the
hours?
conversation because it just to me, right, a dress doesn't look manly. You know what I mean? So that's where my basis of it is. But for somebody, Logan Paul, I remember off of that, Logan Paul had the good um, argument or whatever back to it, saying, "I think it's manly because a man wouldn't like somebody that's not comfortable with themselves wouldn't do that, and therefore it's manly for him to do it because he's comfortable with himself."
Right.
And it's just like to me that makes sense, but it's still, in my opinion, it just doesn't look manly. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it's weird because I could see it from both sides, but it's just my opinion that a dress isn't manly. So therefore, if he's
Yeah,
wearing it,
there's-
he's not.
There's some things that women should do, and there's things that men should do. And women
Oh
think-
fuck! That wasn't the right answer. Clip
Hey,
it.
shit, you can't understand. Like, this is my opinion. A man should not wear a fucking dress. Okay.
Why?
Yeah,
because-
why? It makes
no,
it.
that does not look good. No.
See,
it's
and
not.
this is
But
why I was
what-
trying to
it's not
justify
manly.
my
It's just a
point of view.
stereotype.
It just,
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just a stereotype.
okay.
like-
So then, are you gonna wear? Are you gonna? Can you be quiet for 1 second? Leave me alone.
No,
I'm
no,
I'm,
just saying,
I'm trying to do a
that's what he said.
podcast. Will you let me talk? Jesus Christ. Would you wear a dress into a class on
No, but
campus?
I
because that's
wouldn't.
not
Okay,
my
okay,
thing.
okay,
But if
okay.
that's your thing, then
It's not
fucking
your.
do you.
Why
Like,
is it not your
that's
thing though?
awesome.
Why
What?
is it not your thing though?
It like if you're a guy that wears shorts year round, why is it not your thing that you don't wear jeans or sweatpants? Like I want to work in a job one day where I wear a suit and tie every single day. And that might not be your thing. And that's fine. But
Oh
that
no,
doesn't
I can get down
that
with that.
doesn't
I'm
make
just saying.
any different than anybody else. Like I
I
don't
think
see
it's
why that's an issue.
I think it's all in how we are brought up.
Yeah, exactly. And
Like that's
Yeah,
like
that's how
that is all it
there's
is.
I think there's inherent problems with like just the way we think,
Yep.
yeah, like the
like in
old.
general. Like
But me, like that's not my style.
and that's
You know,
perfectly
Right,
fine.
right. But why?
It,
But
it,
why can't he?
yeah,
Yeah, it's the
perfectly
way you
fine
word
if
it.
you don't want to do that, but as long as you're accepting of somebody else doing it, then who gives a fuck?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I don't care. I'm just saying like that's not something
No,
I
but
would do.
you can't say that you don't care because you just said it's not right for a man to wear a dress.
Okay, because I said it's not right doesn't mean that I don't
But you're
care.
contradicting yourself here. You're saying it's not right, but you're okay with it. So which is it?
It's
No,
both. It's not right, and I don't care.
Let me
it's-
butt
No,
in
but
real quick. Let me butt in real quick. So this is why I took a second to give my side of it because I don't think it's manly. I don't think it looks manly. That was the question at hand for the impulsive topic. I also don't think there's any issue, and I respect Harry for doing that. Because a lot of people wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people that have that type of presence on social media would never go out of their comfort zone to do that, and he's so comfortable with himself that he was able. Like I really respect it. So like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. To me, the only question was though, does it
Yeah.
look manly? And to me, it's kind of like his water wet type stuff. It's like to me, if a dress, this is stereotypical too, but a dress you would know is like to like a girl, you know what I mean, and like a suit
Right.
and all that type of stuff would be to a man. Stereotypical as fuck, but it's true. Like that's just how it's always been, and it's like to me, if you look at a guy wearing a dress, it wouldn't look manly, but there's nothing wrong with him doing that. You know what I mean? That's where my point of view of it is. It's like I don't think there's any issue. Like I wear I got a scarf, right? I don't got it on right now, obviously, but like when it's cold outside, I wear a scarf. Guess what? It's a Gucci scarf. It looks cool. I like it. You know what I mean? It probably
Right.
doesn't look manly for me to be wearing a scarf outside, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a Gucci
Right.
scarf, so I enjoy it. And it's comfortable. It's warm. So, but yeah, that's my point of view from
I
it.
don't know. I feel like it.
Does
that
it look
also-
manly to you, Jake, that he's wearing a dress? It's like
See,
the wording, the verbiage
but-
is important here.
If you use like the word manly, like in the stereotypical fashion, no, it's not manly.
Yeah, and that's all
It's
I'm
all-
going off
It's
of.
just all about how you define like what makes you a man.
Yep. And that's where the upbringing thing is. It's like if your
Yeah.
upbringing shows, like if you were an upbringing how a lot of kids will be in this generation, that it's a lot more open, you know what I mean? And maybe at one point it will be normal for a guy to wear a dress. But for
Mhm.
me it isn't. So
Yeah.
it's like I wouldn't judge anybody off of it, but to me it just doesn't look manly. So that's what my answer is. But I fucking love when somebody goes out of their comfort zone too. You know what I mean? Like that is so cool to me. I think humility is like one of the strongest things that you could have going for you to like grow in a way. You know what I mean? Because like you're not worried about what people are like thinking and stuff. It's just such an important trait to actually like get. I feel like.
I want to say real quick before we go to the next question or whatever you're about to do. Although I do agree it's like stereotypical, like, but like as you were saying about like growing up type of thing, we're also in two completely different time periods. Like I don't know about you guys, but like even like with me growing up, like we're not that old. I'm 21. You guys are around the same age. Like I don't know about you guys, but like it wasn't normalized like for like guys have their stuff, girls have their stuff, whatever. You know what I mean? But like it like nowadays it's more normalized. Like you'll like okay, it's a touchy topic. I don't want to.
I was gonna say it is walking on eggshells,
I
you
don't
know.
want to. Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know.
what
It's just like
basically
this is a raw podcast, and it's like if you take things super critical, like literal word for word, then maybe these type of conversations aren't for you. I'm not speaking to you, Adrian. I'm just saying in general, because like what Seth said. To me, I don't agree with it, but it's like if that's his point of view, that's his point of view, and nobody
Right.
has the right to change that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my eyes, because it's the same thing with somebody saying to me, it does look manly that he's wearing a dress. To me, it won't ever like that. That won't add up to me. You know what I mean? But it's like I can see the point of view of it's manly because like he's stepping out his comfort zone. But other than that, like I don't see it. But there's nothing wrong with my opinion. I don't think So it's
basically what I was trying to get around to is like in today's society, it's more normalized to like, for instance, see a man walking in a dress or a skirt or you know what I mean, and
Mhm.
girls in suits and power positions in like big companies. Like it's more normalized now than say 10 years ago.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, which it should
So
be.
just to me that like that shouldn't like I feel like that's not even a question. But I get like that doesn't really have to do with the question. But like it's just like I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to me.
I think there is ingrained like stereotypical stuff because it's just what we've always lived in and everything. I think just labels suck, you know what I mean, in general. Like because everybody
Right.
should be able to express themselves any way that they want. Like to me, like I don't think I'll ever get my nails done. Like I
Now,
just
wait, real quick. Are
no
you
li-
talking about like painted, or are you
no like
talking
let
like
me
a manicure?
let me get this out cuz it's going to answer your question.
Okay, okay.
I have never got my nails done. My nails look fucking awful, okay? Like I chew my nails. I got a terrible habit of that and they look fucking pathetic. But I also don't have a girlfriend. I haven't been in that type of situation in like forever. So it's like will I ever? Maybe I shouldn't say like specifically I never will, but painted and like just touched up, I don't see myself ever doing that. But is there a wrong thing to it? Fuck no.
No.
There's no reason.
No.
There's no
you
reason
gotta
that
you gotta go get a manicure or a
yeah,
pedicure. I mean,
like it makes you
Yeah.
feel better, just like a haircut would.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know?
like it's just self care.
It's self care,
Right.
and like, and I'm just saying this because of the labeling and stereotypical stuff. It's that wouldn't be a manly thing to do, And it's
That's what
just
we're
to me,
talking about right now.
it's such a bullshit thing. Because like, what would be wrong with me like wanting my nails to look good, or like if you
Yeah.
paint them,
No,
like
yeah.
if people paint them, I think that's the same type of thing. It's like
Right.
if I want my shit to be black or something, like what would be the issue
Yeah,
with me putting a
there's-
color on my fingernails? People are just like haters. Like
yeah, I don't see an issue with that. Like I thought about painting my nails before, but like
I
I
dyed my
chew
hair.
my nails.
I dyed my hair. I think it was blue. I don't remember. I think it was pink actually. I don't know. I tried dyeing my hair once after I graduated because I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like it's not for me, but I tried
Yeah.
it to see
Right.
if it was for me. I don't care like if somebody's like why does he look like a Smurf or I mean it's just such a weird thing because I don't know people just like I think they care too much of how people like think of them.
Yeah. Well, it's all about perception. Like some people care. Say if you didn't like me, Braden, and like
Mhm.
not even like you made it public, but you didn't like me, and I knew you didn't like me. Me personally, like I'm not obsessed with that. I don't give a fuck. If you don't like me, you don't fucking like me. Like that's it. It is what it is.
It's less energy
I'm
that
not,
you would
yeah,
have to give to
I'm not
somebody.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to get you to like me. That's just like if you don't like me, don't like me. But like
Dude,
some people, they're
yeah.
just obsessed with everyone liking them to the
Yeah.
point where like they physically go out of their way to make people like them,
Yeah.
and like that in itself just blows my mind. How are you about to go out of your way just for the sole specific reason like that someone likes you? Like at that point, you're not even being yourself to me. Like in my opinion, that doesn't make you fake, but like it like just that you're not being true to who you are.
Yeah,
That
it
makes
kind of is because like the way you see a lot of that too, especially in like a high school facet, would be like, you know me, right? But then like when that person is around specific people, they're completely different.
Right.
It's just because they're like shape shifting in a way. It's just like they're a completely different person because that's what is needed in that friendship and all that type of stuff. I think I don't know. I think it's really cool with like how social media and everything is. It's a gift and a curse, obviously. But one of the last things I'll say too, because we should probably wrap this up soon, is um, I think us in like the day and age we live in right now, we just have so much information that we're given. You know what I mean? And we literally given like for free. Like we have tools that people growing up never even thought were possible. You know what I mean? And it's like we can literally be the smartest person of, 50 years ago, 100 years ago like with our phone next to us. You know what I mean? It's scary how much knowledge you can have after one Google search of something. You know what I mean? If you're
Right.
willing to put in the time of the research and stuff. But to me, it's just like it's sketchy. It's a slope almost because you can like become really smart at stuff, but like you also can go like kind of crazy because you're like Snapchat for instance, man. You can like see people's lives and all this type of stuff. I feel like for mental health and everything, it's not good. Like it's not good at all to be able to experience all of these different people's like lives and like you're kind of like picturing like where your life is compared to other
Right.
people. You know what I mean? And so like mentally it's like taxing in a way. I don't know. That addiction's one of the strongest addictions I think that's on this planet right now is social media. I don't know how
very
you
bad.
guys agree with that, but I think
Oh,
it's
100%.
I think it's
Like
Oh,
social
yeah.
the social dilemma on Netflix, definitely a 10 out of 10 watch. It's
yeah.
scary
Yeah, it really does do a great job at explaining what I'm
and
trying to
breaking
explain, yeah.
literally everything down. Like personalized ads, how Facebook can listen in on any conversation. You could talk about like fucking Best Buy and computers,
Yep.
and I guarantee after we get off the podcast, I'm gonna go on Facebook and you know 10
Have
It's
7
true.
ads.
yeah,
It's true.
yeah, 7 ads for Best Buy. It's just
Listen, like
it's
how
insane.
crazy is it? We went from taping up webcams, you know what I mean, for people because we were so terrified of people like watching and listening to us, to openly knowing that our phone is 24/7 listening to us and being okay with it. I just think like that transition
I
is just
mean,
so crazy because it's
I'm
true though. Like I
I'm
know 100%. Like that's how it is. That's how ads work and everything, and it's just part of it now. Like you can't
I'm
really
not
do too
saying
much
I'm
about it.
okay with it, but yeah, but again, you
Can't
can't
do
do
nothing
anything
about
about
it.
it.
I mean, you can if you
So I
turn off
mean,
your phone and do all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you get rid of your phone.
In a way,
I
you are
mean,
okay with it though. Like it's like
you would just
kind
have
of
to
you
you would
gotta
just
just
have to
deal with
like
it.
you would just have to like put isolate yourself from everything if you don't want to be tracked, if you don't want to be
You know?
if you don't want to be heard by the government, like, or even by the apps that you're on. You know that's why
You literally
that's
just have
why
to encrypt everything.
yeah,
I think Jake
really
can agree
it's
with this too because it's like the reason it's such a gift and a curse too is because there is so much upside to it. It's just that to me, right? I used to be really against like all that listening in and all that type of stuff because of invasion of privacy or whatever the fuck. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't be doing things wrong in your life anyways. And it's like if you're not doing things that are illegal, for instance, right? Like in everything you say can be recorded and or whatnot. It is invasion of privacy, I understand, but it's like that's a helpful tool. It's crazy how if this thing is listening to me, how if I want something and I'm talking about it with you guys over hours of games or stuff, that is so cool that I can talk about something like, oh, that would be cool to have a a recipe book, for instance, right? And my phone will analyze all that information, and by the time that I go on Google, I will have ads for a recipe book.
Hmm.
That is like it's crazy how much like phones have been able to
Yeah.
change our lives, and it will still keep going like and exceeding. I don't know, it's wild.
Going back to like our phones are recording us and stuff, like that wasn't a thing that was developed for any other reason than national security.
Yeah,
Like
and
that's
it's
the
very
whole reason
helpful.
that's a thing.
It's a very
It is.
helpful thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't hear about it. But how often do you think like our lives are saved because some phone call or text message or email or web forum or whatever was intercepted and acted upon.
Yep, I 100% agree. That's why PlayStation, even though it's kind of like a Chinese organization, so it's kind of touchy, but like they're doing that with the parties for PS5, that it's constantly recording and stuff, and that's very important because like terrorists and stuff used to go into video games and type and like Club Penguin and that type of stuff. I don't remember the game specifically, but they would go into specific games and be able to use those as a place to use conversation because phones are tapped, everything's like being recorded, but like you were free on a console and now you're not anymore, and people think that's invasion of privacy too, but it's very helpful.
Well,
It's just how you look at it at the end of the day, because there is negatives, but I think the positives do outweigh the negatives, and it's
do you,
like
do you, do you
Go
know
ahead.
the reference you were just making, Brayden? Like with video games being used as a forum for terrorism,
no,
like the Boston bombing.
wasn't that found like before on the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, not before, but that's how they were able to track them.
That's what you meant. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they were able to tap in and see like the logs or whatnot of the I don't remember the thing specifically, but so what they caught it because it was in a video game, and
Yeah, a lot of their communication was through a video game.
yeah that like I do know that's a solid thing that actually happens. It's like one of the main ways that they still are able to communicate, like on computer games and stuff, but they've done a really good job. Like that national security stuff ain't no joke, honestly.
Oh no. Yeah.
Gotta
like the NSA, the
like,
CIA.
you got freedom of speech, but it's like, we do live in a, like, I don't know. It's weird because it's like comparing to different like spots in the world and stuff, but people are tripping for thinking the USA is like a terrible place. It's like there's definitely downsides, but
Oh yeah, there's definitely downsides. But we're
there's
still-
definitely downsides, but like we live so good, like compared to other people. It's just
yeah.
it's
But there's a
unreal.
lot of countries that live good.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like
true.
we're not the only first world country with freedom that has smartphones and computers and video
Yeah,
games.
because like
Dubai.
I don't know, we have freedom of speech, but like you have to watch what you say at the same time. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
like you
know.
can't walk in an airport and be like, "What up, bomb?"
All right,
You
so we're not gonna
won't.
do that.
Well, but like some of that, like that's not even like a free speech issue. Well, like
Yeah,
it is,
that's
but it
not,
isn't, because
like-
it's like your rights end where another's begin. Like you can't induce a panic. I can't walk into
That's
a
so wrong.
mall and yell, "I have a gun,"
Yeah.
because then I'm infringing on the rights of other people, and that's why I get in trouble for that.
Listen,
Because I'm
I want to
inducing panic.
I want to ask you guys this while you just brought that up. What's that Netflix show with the tapes?
13 Reasons Why.
Doesn't Jake look like the main character?
Who? What's this?
Clay?
Yeah, Clay.
Clay Jensen?
No.
I don't think I look like
He
Clay
doesn't look
Johnson.
like Clay. I haven't watched it in a while.
Now I
I
have to
just
look up fucking Clay
when you
Johnson.
said that, I just pictured I pictured him in the hallway, and I just thought it was you for some reason.
Huh?
Sam, are you watching? Can you
Sam fell
confirm?
asleep.
Are you dating
never-
Clay?
I've never
I
seen.
think I look like Clay.
What?
No, they have the kind of similar head shape, but that's about it.
He said head shape.
Like my hair is definitely not
nose.
Clay's hair.
The nose.
I don't know. The way I judge people, like if like how they look, it's not really by hair. I don't know. It's been so weird with
Yeah.
like I never look
Clay
at hair.
doesn't have glasses and
If I
Yeah.
had to say anything that compares you, I would say the nose.
the nose.
Yeah, I feel like just like facial structure. I guess that's what I was going off of. Whatever. It was just a hot topic. But yeah, I'll ask one more question and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. I had a couple more than one, but I'll just ask one more. All right. So if you could have a dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Ooh, that's a bit deep for this podcast.
It's a
Okay,
good one though.
Hold on,
These
hold on,
these
hold on,
questions I
Hold
picked
on.
too are just like they're kind of just so like out there that it's like it gives you like a I don't know. It kind of helps you like get to know the person and stuff, like
Can-
what you enjoy.
Can we make a fine line, okay,
Mm-hmm.
of not saying family?
Yeah,
Because
like
obviously,
all three of my
obviously,
answers would be family
Yeah,
members.
yeah. So like famous. Okay, yeah. We'll go famous.
I'm just gonna say without family.
Okay,
Okay.
without family, yeah, we'll go with that.
I can only name 2 for sure.
I guess yeah. I take that back. Go like family, because then you can't say like Sam and whatnot. Yeah, just like famous or like people that like aren't in our everyday life.
Okay. Give me a second on that.
Yeah, no, yeah. These are hard for off the
You
top.
said you said 3.
Three dead or alive.
Can I just say 2? Because I can't think of a third one.
Sure.
I would definitely pick Nikolai Tesla
Yeah,
and
he's one of mine.
Epstein.
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 You wanna take a dinner with Epstein?
Yeah, I just wanted to see why he did what the fuck he did and how he actually died, and then confront him a little bit, and then Tesla. I
And then
wanna
he's
see-
killing
we
him.
are
And
we
then
are
he's-
all about the fucking controversy today,
Listen,
Seth.
and then and then I want to see, how Tesla died and how he got into the position that he was in with the whole electric shit, like with the machine he created and the lifestyle that he led on. I would like to dive in depth with that.
All right, I think I got my 3.
To it.
All right, I'm gonna open up with Shakespeare. Honestly, I don't know why. I think that I would like kind of want to dive into his thought process with his plays and shit. Because some of his shit's fucked up. I don't know if you've read many Shakespeare's plays, but some of his shit is fucked. I would go Shakespeare, Robin Williams.
Okay, I like that.
I don't know why. I think his thought process on everything and his brain was so ahead of his time, and I just really like him as a person, and I thought how he carried himself was really good, and I liked his work, and I don't know, I would want to talk to him about life, just sit down and have a conversation about life. And then for my last one, I'm gonna say fully restrained. Okay, we're gonna go Bundy.
He said fully restrained.
Oh man, see, I'm down bad. I'm probably gonna get made fun of, but who's Bundy?
Ted
Ted
Bundy?
Bundy, you don't know who Ted Bundy is?
The name sounds so familiar, but I can't like
Serial killer.
Yeah, he went on a murder spree.
put a pin on it. And so
Interesting.
what? So what, would
He
you
was
talk
like-
to him in the similar facet that like
Well, no,
Seth
he,
would
like,
with
he-
Epstein?
He would like lure women and like seduce them and then slit their shit.
Yeah, he was the most normal looking person and normal acting member of society who was also a serial killer.
But Adrian, he said would you do the same thing I would do with like Epstein?
Yeah, you kind
I-
of just
I
ask him
would-
questions about like why the fuck you do it.
Yeah,
type of stuff?
probably. Like what his thought process on it was, like what, like was there like something wrong with his mental, or was he just like, I just want to fucking murder a bunch of fucking people just because I fucking
All right, well I'll go next then. And probably all of our stuff would probably change like if we had like a couple of days to sit on it and actually think, but I think Epstein would actually be one of mine, like all jokes aside. I would definitely want to know what what was the plan there? Like how all of it really was set up? Like if he would be able to like openly talk and like actually give you all of the real information.
Right, with no.
I think that
no
would be
government.
such a good like interesting conversation that, and like you would, oh man, it would be so crazy. But him, oh man, my brain, Wim Hof I think would be literally such a cool person for me to talk to. Do you guys know who Wim Hof is?
Do not.
no.
He's the, you've definitely seen certain videos with him. He's the person that like trekked Mount Everest like barefooted and like only in shorts and stuff. He got like the breathing methods and stuff that he's the like one of the only people that has changed his internal like blood pressure.
The ice dude.
The ice king or lord or whatever his nickname was. Yeah,
The
Wim Hof.
Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman. Yeah, he like I've watched his podcasts and stuff, like his interviews, I guess, and like the insight in person that I would be able to actually learn from him, because I've tried, like, this is some nerdy stuff, but I've tried his breathing methods through meditation, and not even really through meditation, because it's just like proper breathing methods, and they have like been able to do some magical stuff, bro. You can move your way. It's kind of weird because it's probably not for everybody, but if you truly believe in it, you can like trek through like the extreme cold without shivering and stuff. Like I'm genuinely serious. It's really powerful stuff, and in person I'd be able to get some crazy knowledge from him. So Wim Hof, Epstein, and I don't know a third that like would be able to do what Wim Hof would do for me. So I would have to put a pin in it right there. But maybe I'll think of somebody. Well, have you thought of your three? Or I was gonna kind of steal with Tesla too, because that sounds so phenomenal. That would intrigue me so much. So I'm just stealing people, kind of, but that's my three off rip. Wim Hof for sure, though.
My three, without thinking about it too much, would probably be Elon, Steve Jobs, and Ted Kaczynski.
All right, I got the first two. Who the fuck's the last dude?
Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski's a Unabomber.
Oh.
I actually was thinking of this before you said Ted Bundy, which is funny that we both name like basically serial killers. I mean, Unabomber's a domestic terrorist, but he's like, he has one of the highest IQs ever recorded, 167. He was like a mathematical prodigy, and I would just love to know like where he went wrong, what happened.
See,
and I'd love to know his thought process behind it.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
Like, he's just so smart. Like, I couldn't imagine having that level of intelligence and just going that way. And I would just love to understand it.
Right, using it to fucking murder people.
Yeah.
I think from the way my head works, right? Because I'm not that smart. I think if I was smarter, this sounds so stupid, and I don't care. If I was smarter than I genuinely am, I think I would be a serial killer. The way my head works, and when I was younger, look at Adrian. The way my head works, bro.
Because you should have seen Seth's eyes, bro, as soon as you said that.
Oh, I just saw you laughing. But no, genuinely, I when I was younger and stuff, like I used to, fuck. I don't want to incriminate myself. What's that? What's Jake would know? Isn't it like 10 years or something that like you can't get in trouble for talking about stuff?
Yeah. Oh, it depends on what it was. You didn't kill somebody.
Well, I'm gonna not talk about it. I'm gonna not talk about it. I've been in some situations, I'm gonna just say that have really changed my perspective on things, and the way I used to think was 100% in that type of route. Like, people like that really do intrigue me because they're not far off of regular humans. It's such a small like difference in my opinion. It's just they. Like, to me, I've just realized that I'm not like too much of a sociopath, because with sociopathic like tendencies, you don't have emotion for other people. You know what I mean? And my biggest form of happiness is through helping other people. Like, or at least like thinking I help other people, if that makes sense. But so like that's like a big thing with being a sociopath, is just not caring about other people. You know what I mean? And
Right.
And I don't know, it's just like a lot of serial killers and all of these type of people, like a lot of them could be super normal just with really heavy sociopathic tendencies, you know what I mean? And that's like what really changed them to being such a like bad person. It sucks because I don't know, it's just obviously killing people and stuff, it's the cruelest thing like you would be able to do, but it just sucks because like a lot of those type of people aren't just dumb people that are just killing and don't have any type of thought process to it. So I definitely I wanna write down that person's name that you just said. What was it?
Ted Kaczynski.
Kaczynski.
Kaczzy.
I got you. Yeah, because like these type of people literally like intrigue me so much because a lot of them
there
be
was
smart as hell. Like
there was a
Waco,
whole-
Zodiac
you guys
movie?
know Waco, Texas, all of
Yeah.
that. David Koresh, I think that's what his name was. Yeah, like I don't know, people that are able to literally gain a following like a Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Like not obviously to the level, but it's like people that can create a cult because of the people are willing to die knowing that their leader is right in the way that he's thinking. It's just so interesting to me. That Waco mini series blew my mind when I watched it because there's real footage. I don't know if you guys watched it, but there's real footage from the actual events that happened with the army and coming down on this little building that is holding like a cult. It was crazy. All
I
right.
have not watched it, but that I might watch it after that.
No, wait, Waco. I think it's just called Waco. Yeah, David Koresh was a crazy man. He made it so like everybody that's there, this is families too, right? Like that had brought kids with them and stuff, changed their whole life and moved in with David. He made it a thing that nobody could have intercourse except for with him. You know what I mean? So he would have like these like orgies and stuff with people that are already married and stuff, but they can't have sex. They can only have sex with him. Crazy
What?
stuff, man. Crazy.
I feel like
stuff.
everything that has to do with the cult, like I feel like it starts with brainwashing. It has to.
That's all it
It has
is. That's all it is. You're taking advantage of people, in my opinion, from some of the like documentaries and stuff that I've watched. Is it's just people that are really down on their luck, and they are kind of searching for something. You know what I mean? That's like
Right.
that they can't grab out of like God or through something else because they really want to see it. You know what I mean? And they're already like in a bad position in their life, and they get taken advantage of by a really smart person, in my opinion. I mean, it's somebody that's willing to like. Not everybody is able to gain some like that type of group. We can't even gain a group like a following on like Twitter. Could you imagine getting people to like move out and like have a different life with you? You know, like no rules and or like no laws and stuff, I guess.
Right, and then the only rules that they have to follow are the rules that you place for them. Like
Yeah, your
you're
God, that
playing
your
their
God is placing you.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what you believe in. At least is like it's your
and,
God. So
and literally you say you're God, they'll believe it as somebody else, but in all reality, it's just your brain. Like the person uh, in charge, it's their brain.
I want
I
to
don't
ask
know.
one more question because I feel like because I really want to know everybody's answer on this too because it's a little deep. But so this will be my last question. Okay. Did everybody answer the last one? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, real quick before we flip, did you think of a third person?
yeah, I said Tesla, but I feel like I would go more of like the serial killer type thing. But I guess I already have that boy Epstein. My table would be weird. Um. Oh.
I mean,
No, I don't know.
I have a third. I mean, everybody would say it. Well, not everybody, but most people would say him. But God, and I wouldn't ask the normal question. I would ask why he put us through so much shit if we're made in the likeness of his image. If we're made
I
so
would
much.
put God if that's considered a an answer.
Yeah, I would definitely put him, but I wouldn't ask him like, oh, how'd you make us? No, I don't. I really don't care about that. It's not that I don't care. I don't care for that. I want to know like why did he put us here, and base our future on the first two creations. You know what I mean?
I
Why
guess,
base
yeah.
our future on Adam and Eve, and not base it on like the mass?
Yeah, if you I didn't say God just because like there's so many different religions and everything that like I don't know how it would work, but like it's like if like with whatever you believe in, because this is another eggshells topic, whatever you do believe in at the end of the day, that God, if that's considered in the topic, I would definitely obviously put that at the table 100%.
Yeah.
But at that point, are you really talking to anybody else except him. So it's weird. That's why I didn't bring that one up. But to go into the last question, it is what's the most important thing that you've learned in your life so far? And what is your life like after learning said thing?
Damn, you're really about to make me sit here for a good fucking 10 minutes and think about this
It,
goddamn question.
it's deep, and obviously, like, you know, they're better to sit on, but I don't know.
I
They're
got
they're
this
questions
already.
that it's also in the moment that, like, if you think of an answer, more than likely it might be the right answer. To be honest,
All right,
it's an
repeat it
ingrained
real quick.
thought.
Repeat the
Repeat it.
question.
What's the
I got my-
most important thing that you've learned in your life so far?
Definitely the most important thing that I've learned in my life so far. You can't please everybody, and everybody is not your friend. People can disguise themselves as whatever they want to be in your eyes, but you know, they will always have actions that put their true self out there, and like once you start realizing what kind of person they are, or um, you know,
Their intention.
their intentions of friendship with you, you know, what those are, then that definitely brings everything to light. But more so, the you can't please everybody, because there are a lot of people that I've disappointed with, making my own decisions in my life instead of following their advice. And you know, you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
If you're looking at your future, you do what's best for you or what you think is best for you. And if you fail, learn from it, get back up, and you know, try not to make that mistake again.
Yeah. It's a good one. I'll go next if you guys are still thinking.
Oh, I want to be here for a good like 15 minutes.
I know
I'm not-
mine, but
I'm thinking. I'm trying to think real fucking hard. This is a
I
good
got you.
question, but I'm trying to think real.
It's definitely a good question, especially if you are like open minded and like you can like take other people's, you know what I mean, and actually like I don't know. It's a very good question to me. At least that like quickly thinking about it, it kind of works with the other stuff that I've already said. Is just like truly um just like really trying to hone in on what happiness is to you. You know what I mean? It's just like to me, like when I was younger, I just didn't want to be living like when I'm 60, like regretting the little time that you could put in when you're younger to trying things that can end up working out. You know what I mean? It's like for instance with like TikTok and stuff, it's like Addison Ray or like a Charlie D'Amelio, like their life is fully changed because they decided to just try posting something on an app. It sounds so stupid, but it's true. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of people will, and smart people too, will tell you to, you know, go the safe route and not waste time on stuff like that. You know what I mean? But the people that can not really care, you know what I mean, like being able to, I don't know how to properly say it, but it's just like being able to, like when you're younger, you know what I mean, we have more energy right now, we have like just so much time ahead of us, and we also don't know how much time we have, so it's like to spend like this time to like doing something that you truly don't enjoy. It just didn't make any sense to me when I was younger, and I don't know necessarily where I learned about happiness, but I think it was just through growing up and not being happy for so many years. I just kind of like wanted to do it in reverse, and like life in general, and just like really learn what happiness is to me, and then work on like whatever the fuck's gonna happen with my life. You know what I mean? Because I knew early on like money wasn't gonna be the thing that I'm gonna chase for my life to make myself happy. That shit doesn't make any sense to me, and that's why it doesn't work for people, you know. So that would be mine, is really trying to figure out what happiness is to you, you know. And yeah.
All right, I kind of have two answers, but I'm gonna let you go ahead first, Jake.
okay, mine's simple. It's time's precious, and like time spent with your loved ones, no matter what it is like not wasted time. I hate when people say you wasted time. Like no, there's no such thing as wasting time. Time's so valuable. Everything you do with it
It's
is
the
like,
most
a process.
valuable thing you have on this planet.
Yeah. Yeah, like I hate when people say like they wasted time doing something. It's like, no, you didn't waste time. You just like
Yeah.
think about how you want to use it differently. But no time is wasted time.
Yeah. Like
And, like,
to
especially time spent with like friends, family, loved ones. Like
yeah.
none of that is wasted time. Like there's gonna be some point in your life where you're gonna wish you had a whole lot more of it.
And you'd be
And you're
willing
gonna
to give
think
up
about it.
anything to have
Yep.
that. Yeah, I agree. I full-heartedly agree. Like to me, right? Briefly going back into this thing, like how we even intro Jake was being my Fortnite duo. Um Through that time, like that time period, looking back, I didn't enjoy it, but it's like and I would say I wasted my time in the sense of playing as much as I did of Fortnite as I did. But it's like if you really do go back and you think about like what you could have done with whatever the fuck, if like me and Seth worked at VXI longer, if me and him worked at VXI, I wouldn't have been able to play World Cup with you. You know what I mean? This relationship that we have as friends wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? It's like at least especially to the degree because we wouldn't have played World Cup together. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know, just thinking about wasting time is like, uh, I don't know, like I talked to my grandpa about it before, with time, like just wasting time and stuff, and I definitely agree with you. I don't think anything is really a waste of time. It's like it may seem like that, but it's like you gain knowledge from any type of situation that you go through, and this is with like without saying because I think your thing was more family based, but because that is like the most important thing. You can't get time back, and especially with loved ones and all this type of stuff, it changes your life after all that stuff's gone, and I don't know, I definitely agree with that because that's super super deep.
Yep.
All right, real quick. So the one thing I wanted to say kind of plays into a little bit of what Jake said. Life isn't guaranteed by any means
Yeah,
whatsoever, any way, shape, or form. I could literally die as we're speaking right now. Straight up, just have a heart attack. I could just die right here.
unlikely,
Um,
but true.
it's possible. It's possible. There's a possibility. So like, just count your blessings. You know, always tell someone you
100%.
love. Like every time me and Seth hang up the phone, I love you too, every single time. Um, it's just like be mindful that like kind of just to live as like this could be your last fucking moment. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
cherish the little things. Like even us sitting right here right now. Like I wouldn't trade this for fucking like going out and
100%.
doing some shit.
That's why we
Like
started a podcast.
so that's one of them. And the other thing is I personally don't deal with anxiety myself, but I know there's a lot of people that do. Like how serious like depression and anxiety and mental illnesses can actually be on someone. Um, like even just being like sad and down all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's mentally draining. It
Mhm.
it takes a lot out of you, and whether like even if you take medicine for it, whatever, like that always doesn't work. And even like myself, I don't even know. I've never been like diagnosed, but I'm pretty sure I have insomnia, and that shit fucking sucks, dude. Like I don't go to sleep until 6 a.m. I don't wake up until 12, 1, rough. Like it mentally drains me. Like I'm exhausted at all fucking times, and like it fucking sucks, dude. It really does. But
Yeah,
those are my two things.
I feel like I don't know. You know, it's weird. I mean, I feel like this should be touched up on a different episode, but because like psychology is a whole ordeal, I feel like me and Jake would be able to talk about the actual workings of psychology for hours. It's crazy. Um, I don't know. I don't even want to go into it, but it's like with depression and anxiety and all this type of stuff, and especially like how it feels per se. I would say depression is so much more taxing in the sense of like sleep, like being sleep deprived and everything. I feel like like I don't know. To me, and speaking on like like my type of situation is if I'm struggling to get out of bed or whatnot. To me, I would cater it more to depression because like it's more of a mental thing. Like you're thinking too much about something that's putting you down. You know what I mean? Therefore, like it's like kind of like putting like a gate in front of the road. Like you can't even get started because like you're already stopped. You know what I mean? So like that's why you already feel so drained and shit. You don't want to do anything because you're depressed. You know. But I don't know. I just like I don't like talking about psychology because it's kind of like religion. I could really like compare the two. It's like you could think about psychology a so much different way, and it's like I'm not filtered. Like I would be happy to talk about it. It's just like towards I don't know how much longer you guys even want to talk about. So like or talk on this podcast. So I don't really want to dive into something that deep right now because it is I don't know. I think of psychology differently
2
than other
hours or
people. I
something.
feel like
2.5.
yeah.
Yeah, we've been here for quite some time. I mean, I'm chilling. I'm enjoying it. I like the questions.
Me
It's
too.
really
I mean,
racking my brain a little bit.
I'm cool with talking about it. It's just like I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Like that's the whole thing.
Well, if you can go after a whole nother episode, we'll save that. But like,
I
that
don't
was
know.
just
It's
my
just I like having Jake here. It's a different perspective on things. But I just
am I not good enough? What the fuck?
no. It's with I'm talking specifically about psychology. Um, I know Jake in like certain situation. Like I know it would be a good topic. Um, I feel like the more I'm talking about it, we kind of have to type thing. But it's like I don't know. I'll let Seth go first. What do you truly feel about psychology? Like at least because like I'm pretty much just bringing up like how people bring up bipolar. You know, in the sense of anxiety. There's like what 14 different types of anxiety. Um, I'm not exact. Like I think there actually is like 14 or something like that. Um, just like that type
I
of
mean,
stuff.
I do think that like, because I mean, I have a little bit of it. I'm not diagnosed or nothing.
Hmm.
Um, but I've dealt with my fair share of anxiety. I've dealt with my fair share of depression. Um, my girlfriend, she has deep anxiety and depression with her past, and I think like those those are those are the two things. No matter what stage you have, that drain you the most, in my opinion. Um, they definitely take a toll on you, and they take a toll on people around you, because say like
Yeah.
our like us four right here, we hang out every day. All right, say we hang out every day. If I'm depressed every time, and say Adrian starts to notice it, and he talks to me after, he's like, "You good?" And I'm explaining everything. So now that's on his mind, and now he's gonna think of ways on how to help me. And if that doesn't help me, then that fucks his demeanor. That hurts his demeanor, and that hurts, his attitude towards the group, because now he's so focused on helping me that his mood is down. Then now you and Jake are trying to help both of us, and maybe it doesn't work right away,
Mm.
and it just keeps progressing into that, and now you have more, you have just a bigger pot of depression and anxiety, and you know you don't know any ways to help that, so it's just draining.
Let me butt in right here because I'm kind of on the opposite side. Okay, I was diagnosed with some form of anxiety. It was the like time that I got with prescribed with ADHD medicine and stuff, and I used to be on it for it was like 6 to like 9 months or something. I don't remember, but throughout my whole life, I know from temper tantrums and everything like just the way my head worked, I was always chasing something to like give me an answer to like why the way that my head works, like how it is like that. I don't know how to properly explain it, but it's just like I always was looking for something to label it on. You know what I mean? And again, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. This is my opinion only. And from my position, because I was diagnosed with something like in the form of like actual like from a doctor and stuff is through the depression that I've dealt with through multiple years and stuff. I think everything's real. It's real. Like you really do have those feelings, but they can be worked on. Everybody can work on them without medicine, and it's so not talked about because people have a label and they know that they're bipolar. They know they're bipolar because of a doctor. You know what I mean? And it's sad because after you get told that, you know you are bipolar. Like that it's a bad thing because at this point you think you need this medicine or you're going to have to live your whole life being half angry, half like, you know what I mean? I'm just using the basic example, but it's like to me, right? I knew the way that ADHD made me feel was normal. It made me feel normal, how like I felt a lot more comfortable in like an environment that I was getting a lot of anxiety because I'm an introvert and like I don't like being in big crowds and stuff. But when I was on Adderall, I was super comfortable around people and it was like a superpower in a way. But it's only on the medicine, you know what I mean? And so I don't know, just basically like from my point of view, I've seen through like not hundreds, I was gonna say hundreds, but from multiple friendships that I've had. I don't want to drop anybody's names, but people that I know that were prescribed the same exact stuff for similar things that I've had, that were able to get off of the medicine and actually rewire their brain in a way that makes them think like, okay, I'm not bipolar. It's just sometimes you can get in a mood, and just because, let's say Seth, like when you get mad, your type of mad might be more aggressive than Adrian's. Doesn't mean you're bipolar. It doesn't mean you will flip just like this and you're in a red state that you're about to just break everything and punch holes in the wall and all this type of stuff. It's just you're not in a good mood. You know what I mean? Everybody can work on their brain without being tied down by a pharmaceutical drug, and that needs to be said in my opinion more than just going to a doctor and labeling something and being like, you are this, you need to take this prescriptionally this many times a month and it will be like that or else you will never be able to help yourself. That shit is one of the darkest slopes I feel like you can get on, worse than like most like drugs, honestly, because it is a drug, you know. That's my opinion though. No one else? I mean, what do you think, Jake?
I don't remember what the original topic was now.
With just like your thought on psychology in general.
See, it's like such a broad, like I don't even know.
It is broad because
you know what's stupid?
What?
You know what's really stupid? Samantha's psychology degree is a Bachelor of Arts. That's stupid. It's not considered a science in society yet. Why is that not a thing?
I thought it was considered a science.
Not on her degree.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's just it's so weird because it's the way like the brain works, and I just feel like just because somebody's brain works differently than like me and your brain, like our brains are completely different. You know what I mean? And it's just like to label somebody as like you have this form of anxiety, and the only way to fix this is by this medicine, is just such a trap to me, because some people really truly believe in it, that you can't ever help yourself until you take this medicine, and that is just crazy. That is crazy to me. And it maybe it because to me, like when I realized that, I instantly got off of ADHD medicine, and it was really bad at first because I went back to like being the state that I was like questioning things. But I knew that if I truly wanted to change, like, and I just wanted to work on myself, even if I get my anxiety tendencies, you know what I mean? You could still progress through life. You know what I mean? Maybe even better than somebody averagely that doesn't have like a thought process that quick and everything. But like, I feel like a lot of like curses are like gifts in like disguise almost, like our blessings in disguise, because I don't know, you could have a slower brain and be a little bit more calm, but that doesn't mean you're like fucked up in the head, or like, you know what I mean, that like you need a medicine to fix yourself. I don't believe in that.
Nah. Like my ADHD is a superpower I don't know how to use yet.
It's a superpower that people don't know how to like rein in 100%. Yeah, it's like that's why I smoke so much, dude. It's like, you know, to the stream, it could be completely fucking cigarettes. You have no idea. It could be a vape. But it's like, to me, that's just always been the way that I was able to like calm myself down in a sense that isn't like ADHD. or I mean, ADHD prescribed medicine, like Adderall. But it's like, to me though, I'm also really third person esque, and it's like to me, I'd be lying to myself if I didn't think, any type of nicotine or any type of thing isn't a stimulant, just like a different type of drug would be. It's just the stuff that I use comes down quicker. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not stuck on a medicine like Adderall per day. But yeah, no, what you said though is 100% true. Like, I realized that when I got off of the medicine and I said no to getting it the next month. It's just like, it's like my head works so much quicker than like the average person. It's just I don't know how to like really use it to my advantage, So I don't know. It's a good topic though. I think psychology is really slept on, because like people that major in it and stuff, they can go into it thinking something, and then you study it for a year. All you need is a year, and you would think about it completely differently, and be like, wow, like this is something. Well, you taught me something new though today. I did not think it was an art.
Well, I mean, it's not, but that's like still how it's viewed, because psychology and like the study of the brain is so like unknown and so judgment based, really.
Yeah, super judgment
It's
based.
like it's not an exact science yet, so people don't consider it like
Yeah.
people don't give it the respect that it deserves, in my opinion.
Yeah, because to me, right, and like this could be like people are a lot better with words than I am. Just to me, I feel like anxiety or depression or something, it's just the headspace that you're currently in. You know what I mean? You can fight your way through that though.
No, you can definitely get through it.
You can get through anything, and it's like with experience, it's gonna help the most. But yeah, 100%. I feel like, especially if somebody needs to hear this is like another reason why I kind of wanted to talk about it, is just like some people need to hear that. You know what I mean? It's like all it takes is one person to just like actually rethink it and be like, wait, I don't want to be on this the rest of my life. But if you take something years and years and years, like you're gonna become dependent on it without even knowing. So it's like if you can at least hear that conversation that's not really talked about a lot, I think it's really important that, like, if you need help, obviously get it. Like, you need help, but there's certain medicines, like, you don't want to just lock yourself in and be like, all right, I need this for the rest of my life, and I'm able to think clearly, so let me do that, like, for years. It's not a good vice.
Breaks your shit down, and then you start becoming dependent on something that
it's a scary thought. Like, pharmaceuticals are unreal too. Like, I don't know, like that book, like Mike Malak's book and stuff, it speaks on with the whole Zans epidemic or whatnot. I don't know, we don't have to go too much deeper into it, but I Adrian hasn't said anything yet though.
I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah.
What you guys got to say?
I don't know. It's just when I got homeschooled, one of my classes was psychology, so I never went into any type of deep college, like bachelor or anything like that. But for like I don't remember how long it was, but it was through the full year. I did like a psychology class, and then I went and did all my own research because I was like intrigued by it. Because like my grandfather's super religious. He's a pastor that's already retired, and he's a pastor again for a new church now, and he doesn't believe in psychology at all. He thinks it's all fake and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, I'm not gonna disagree with anybody. It's like, I don't think psychology's fake. It's so bad to like say something like it's just like fake, like, oh, it's just fake news, you know what I mean? Because people struggle with these things daily. But what my argument is you don't need a medicine that's going to magically just change your life, you know what I mean? To progress through life, because like Jake said, literally it is a superpower. I 100% agree. Like not every human has that in them, but I don't know, that's circling back to social media. It's like it's almost putting ADHD into people because they're just thinking more, they're taking more information in and stuff. It's like it's not ADHD, it's just that like the way that we get information and stuff is so much quicker now. So it's like everybody nowadays has some form of ADHD in them because of social media, in my opinion. And it's like, I don't know. It's got to work with whatever you get, you know. It's like, I don't know how else to put it. but yeah. No, I'm happy we talked about that topic though, cuz most of this podcast has been on eggshells except for like Fortnite, you know, and it's like we progressed through it. Not everybody can even do a live podcast because certain topics are kind of like off the table for people, you know what I mean? But it's like, because none of us are coming at it like at anything in a disrespectful way. It's just a topic-based thing that we're able to get multiple people's perspectives on different like situations and like life and like how people think, and it's underrated. I think it's a very good way to talk about things. But yeah, I think we could call it now, man. By far the longest episode that we've gotten. I am so happy that you came on today, Jake. Because if we recorded, it probably would have been really quick. Like after Fortnite, we probably would have just cut it because we talked about Fortnite for like 50 minutes already in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really do appreciate you coming on. We'll
No
probably
problem, it
see
was
you
fun.
again too.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, yeah.
And
Think
yeah,
this
we
is gonna
had
be
a
one of
good ass time. What do you guys plan on doing after this? Are we playing Fortnite? What are we doing?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to play Adrian and Madden.
Hey,
then-
hit the 1v1.
I'm down to play some Fortnite a little bit.
Uh-oh, the dilemma.
No, I'm still gonna play Seth and Madden. That's why I said in a little bit.
All right, well, when you guys finish, can we get a nice 1v1 against you guys?
I mean, I guess, yeah, sure.
Are you drunk?
My world, Seth versus Adrian. Best of 5.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Yes. So Seth's gonna win Madden, and then Seth's gonna win Fortnite. Let's go. All right, y'all. I hope you guys like this episode. I'm pretty sure this is episode 4, and we recorded this technically the day that it's uploaded. Technically, because it's 1:30.
Technically, it is. Is it Friday? It is Friday. Yes.
Yeah. So I hope everybody
Sure.
has a good day or night whenever you are watching this. And yeah, oh, we haven't even said, we should have said this at the beginning, but we have a new schedule out officially every Friday. Not a specific time right now, but every Friday we will have a episode posted on YouTube. So yeah, all right, that'll do it.
Thanks for helping us earn our rep.
Yes, later.